Orlando.
If you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they will tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. And more often than not, they'll add, I should have done it sooner. So what are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. Just text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. If finances aren't concerned, they offer 24-month interest-free financing. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Some say Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer, but I say this is. Lighting up Kingsford Original Charcoal on the grill with family and friends is a summer ritual, and there's no better time than Memorial Day weekend. Whether it's burgers, veggies, or some chicken drumsticks, Kingsford Original gives you that authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor that means summer is finally here.
So good.
Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. Are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Thursday edition of The Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And, man, do we have a good program for you today. We got caught up on everything happening out there. Deb's Woke News. We'll do that at 3:20. 4 o'clock hour, it's Date Night Done Right with our friend Danny Myring from Orlando Date Night Guide. 4:20, we'll do a special edition of Primetime Kitchen with our buddy Fayez Cara. 5 o'clock hour, it's trivia. We have tickets to see Sammy Hagar at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. And we'll end it up with, you heard it here first, your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Plus, 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. All day, every day, JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can click through. Check us out on YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe while you're there. Your 3 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Simply go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. WIN is your 3 o'clock keyword. By the way, Fringe people out there, if you want to get a promo for your show, do it.
Yeah.
Use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app right there at Real Radio. Send it over to Jack. We'll get you on the air. Get you some promo for your gig coming up here this week as the Fringe rolls through another wonderful year here in Central Florida.
Turn you into a superstar.
Superstar.
And if it's nice, we'll play it twice. We'll play it again tomorrow.
Yes, we will. How about that? How about that? You haven't been out yet, have you, Jack, or have you not?
To the Fringe?
Yeah.
No, set up before it opened. I am going this evening.
Okay, you're going this evening. Is your daughter playing this evening?
Her first show is Saturday night, and that's the Jagged Little Live, the Alanis Morissette tribute, and that's actually at the downtown. It's on Church Street at the Fringe space, the Fringe Art Space downtown.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
And then I know your wife is also playing the free show out in the
the outdoor stage in that beer garden area there. That's Sunday at 5:00,
and giving free hugs.
Yeah, free hugs. That's right. She said that. Hold her up to Beverly. And then, of course, Ross begins his show, 10 Sketches with Joel.
Yay!
That starts Thursday night, Friday night, and then...
Yeah, tonight, tomorrow, and then Tuesday, and then the following weekend.
That's right.
Okay,
Exactly.
good.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. You know, Jack, I don't know about you. I know that you've had your share of these, and you have kids that have your share of these. I've had my share of these forever.
Head lice is a bitch.
And I've had kids. I think I do not qualify for head lice.
Oh, okay.
That would be the most bear. I have the Mojave of head lice scenarios. You can just see him up there. Like, I see you, buddy. You're not hiding.
Exactly.
You're not. I could shake you off. Not the case at all. You know, you and I have some kids, Jack. We've bought a couple cars in our life, and when you buy for cars for kids, you don't buy the most. You don't buy the most expensive thing. You're looking for something to get them back and forth with AC.
Correct.
Right. So with that, you have car problems occasionally. Those rare, the ugly head occasionally.
This is also true.
Yeah. Let's just say our girl Deb is on one. Starting yesterday.
Wait, she's having a kid?
Listen to this. Listen to this run of luck.
Okay. So should we start with last night?
Let's start with last night. Let's reboot last night for people who do not know.
Yeah. In the afternoon, you're driving to work.
Driving to work when I went to go put my car into gear and my foot went all the way to the floor.
And you drive a manual, so you're talking about the clutch just goes straight to the floor.
Straight to the floor. No tension whatsoever. I've been through this before. This is like my second clutch I've repaired on this vehicle. So I eke myself into the turn lane, gracefully try and get around the corner. The car behind me was close enough that he could have helped push me, but, not so much. Get into the 7-Eleven parking lot.
He just wasn't feeling it, was he?
No, it's just move your ass, bitch.
I'm sorry.
So I get into the parking space. A stranger jumps out, helps me move my car, which I discovered is not as easy to push as it looks in the movie. So Chris comes and picks me up after work last night.
Fiance.
Who's this Chris fellow?
The Chris Carson, the most amazing man on the planet, arrives last night.
Debatable. I'll put my name in the bucket. Not Jack's. Just mine.
To arrive, picks me up. We go back to the 7-Eleven and enter our ticket with AAA at 7:58 p.m.
Very nice. No, hold on. You entered the ticket at 7:50. You requested the tow truck at 7:58.
At 7:58. Well, exactly.
I know when I text you.
You texted me and said, "Oh, that sucks." And I said, "Yeah." And they didn't give us an ETA until 9:19.
Okay, that was the first ETA.
This is about 8:30.
All right.
So Chris and I decide to skip off to Chick-fil-A and get a quick fast food meal.
Which is right down the street.
Right down the road.
You can almost see it from where you are.
Exactly. So we go down. I'm a very, very slow eater, though. So I hork down about half a bowl of chicken soup and decide I'll just eat the rest when we get home.
Right, yeah.
So we get back to the 7-Eleven about 5 minutes before our ETA. 9:19 comes.
Oh, yeah.
9:30 comes.
Then what happens? Then it goes.
9:45 comes.
Oh, God.
We call AAA and say, "Hey, just checking on that ticket." And she says, "Oh, yep, we see it was entered at 7:58.
Right, yeah.
The driver was just sent your ticket at 9:40.
Okay, that's good.
Now, that
And by the
doesn't
way,
mean anything.
He's in Poinciana on his way now.
You pay for this service
Yes,
with AAA?
which is why I said so.
I thought AAA was a pretty reliable service.
That's what we thought. That's what we thought. So 9:40, we're like, wait a minute. We hang up. We're like, weren't we told 9? Okay. 10:01.
Oh, man.
We call back again.
Oh, my God.
And this is where I tell the guy, listen, I know this is not your fault, and you are just doing your job. But I'm having a really hard time right now figuring out the benefits for being a AAA member.
I'm also filling a bottle of gasoline.
Chris is and the guy admitted, he said, we're supposed to give you reliable, prompt service, and we definitely didn't do that tonight. Had we not made that call at 10 o'clock, I don't think the tow truck driver would have showed up at 10:35.
Oh, man.
Hooked up the car. Oh, and by the way, really nice guy. Everybody we dealt with was really, really nice. But it was the beginning of his shift. So you know what he was? Chatty. Really, really, really chatty. So at 9:44, he hooks up my car. We head to Mount Dora. We walked through our front door at 11:36.
Damn, dude, that is so brutal.
For a ticket that started at 7:58.
All right, so they take the car to the shop. Did they give you a diagnosis yet of what's going on? Is it just the clutch cable?
We think it's a slave cylinder.
Okay.
Oh, I called it.
Jack did call that.
Yeah,
Very
he did.
nice.
Absolutely.
Very
So
good.
then today,
That's even better, though. I think that's even cheaper to install. The part might be a little bit more.
that's okay.
Yeah, but
That's okay.
yeah.
So today, my mom is kind enough to let me use her car.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
That's not a good tone.
she comes and picks me up, and I bring her back to her house.
Right.
And as she's getting out of the car, it starts to squawk at her. And she goes, "Oh, by the way, it's just doing that because I'm holding a key, and it makes that sound when you
Right,
okay.
when it gets out of range for those.
Exactly. But I have a key fob
Right.
sitting in the cup thing.
Uh-oh.
So as I'm driving away, the car keeps beeping at me, and I'm like, well, I don't know these newfangled cars. It's
Right,
probably just
sure,
fine.
yeah.
I get here to work, go to lock the car, nothing's happening. Get back into the car, try to turn it on. I have a dead key fob.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So now we have to figure out my poor fiance has to pick up the key fob in Mount Dora.
My man has got about $40 in tolls of our...
Yeah, no kidding. But you could swap out the battery in the dead key fob, no?
We did that. We went to engineering, got a brand new battery, put it in the key fob. I take it down to the parking lot, hit the key fob, nothing happens. Jimmy shows me the interesting trick of getting the valet key out of the key fob.
Right.
I open the car door using that key, not realizing that when these fancy cars don't sense the key fob and you open the door, guess what happens?
The alarm goes off.
The alarm goes off, and then I start hitting all the buttons.
Then I start yelling, "She's stealing my car!"
The tailgate goes up, the flashers come on.
This thing
I hit
basically-
the button to lock the door and just walked away.
This thing basically
Just
is
walked away.
like a small animal. It engages everything to keep itself alive.
It does.
All at one time.
Oh, my God.
Every Batman option on this car pretty much came alive at one moment.
Wow.
We get a new battery in the key thinking
Yes.
that's the answer. Is not the answer. And I told Deb, I said, it's pretty rare for those key fobs to call it good. I mean, those things are pretty tough.
And because you sweat, especially if it's the only one you have, when you swap out that key, you're like, please still be programmed to my car.
Right.
And I've successfully done that.
Really?
So that's scary to think that.
Yeah,
Because we don't know what's going on.
The battery's brand new. It's the correct battery. Our engineer over here did it for her. Got her the battery. We put it back together. I even made sure that the prongs were kind of pried out far enough so it was making contact with the battery.
But this all happened like in the past hour?
Yeah, it's last hour.
Oh, wow.
Since I got here today.
Yeah.
And I was still late,
Banner day.
as Jimmy has reminded me.
Car troubles.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
Car troubles are the worst.
Oh,
Man, they're just the worst.
And I love the fact that you at least to have transportation, right? That's
Yeah.
reliable and the AC works. But then you sit down and you're like Goldilocks. My seat's not right.
Right,
My
right.
radio's
Right,
not right. The AC's too cold.
Right,
Where's
right.
my sunroof?
And the fob is going, "Oh, you're bitching? Yeah. How about this? I'll take the day off. I'm unionizing. How about you sit here in this hot-ass 7-Eleven parking lot until, let's say, 11:30 or so.
And you're in a dicey part when they have like two what look like generator things with these tall poles with lights and cameras and blue lights blinking. And every time you walk by them, thank you for shopping at,
Right.
you are being video recorded.
Anytime you're in a 7-Eleven that has regulars, it's bad. Like, when 40% of the people walk through the door and everybody knows them, not good.
Oh my God, it was. And then I feel so bad for Chris because, of course, he was here at the station at 8 o'clock this morning, right,
Yes.
Jack?
Yeah, he brought us corn.
Roasting
My
corn.
God, there's corn everywhere
I
around
know, for the upcoming corn festival next weekend in Mount Dora. So our alarm got to go off at 6:46 after walking in at 11:36. So thank you, AAA. I have a feeling we won't be keeping that
Well,
membership.
the good thing is this, is like when you hear things happening with planes, you're like, "Oh, that's the best time to fly."
Right.
So you've had all your car troubles that you can have for the first 6 months.
Man, I'm hoping there's like some kind of a big blessing on the other side of all this BS.
Yeah, you're fine. At least it wasn't something severe.
No, exactly. It could have been a lot worse. So
All
I'm
right.
grateful for that.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Sure.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Win, by the way, is your 3 o'clock keyword, WIN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
I would threaten to go home, but I can't go anywhere.
If you don't do what I say, I'm going to go sit in a hot car in the parking lot. You'll be able to stand in the AC and see me misery. You got some news for us?
I do. Florida's bridges will be illuminated in red, white, and blue this summer. I'll tell you the reason behind that. A third threat has been reported at a Flagler County school just this week, and it's getting hot out there, and who doesn't love some ice cream? So Mr. Softy launches an ice cream truck app finder.
Oh, that's what my wife calls me.
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during Woke News.
Thanks, Deb. 407
You got it, Mr. Softy.
916-1041. Text us 77. Jack calls. He gets the same thing. Jack, listen.
I'm good.
He took pleasure in saying that too. He's like, I'm fine, dude. You're
up
all
good.
on yo-yo. You wake up good?
I wake up good.
You pitch him teepee?
I was talking about my tummy.
Oh, tom-toms.
I'm a very tummy, little pushy kind of softy guy. I wasn't. Anyway, we'll back in a second.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Looking at heavy backups eastbound on I-4 this afternoon due to a vehicle fire causing heavy backups near World Drive. Delays start all the way back from the 429 exit. Looking at a crash blocking the southbound left lane on Narcoossee for those approaching Boggy Creek Road. If you happen to see any traffic problems this afternoon, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Summer starts early here in Florida, which means we get more beach time, more sunshine, and more time to enjoy refreshing, sweet, and juicy fresh from Florida watermelon. The best part of summer is already here. Find locally grown Florida watermelon where you shop. Just look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name. Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Let me tell you a story. I had a client who got injured. He only asked for the insurance company to cover his rent for 3 months. They said no. We ended up getting him $325,000. Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys. Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
One of the dangers
dangers of buying a lab-grown diamond versus a natural diamond is you could be paying way too much.
Somebody is getting a product for $6,000 and they sell it for $55,000. That's a sin. That's a crime as far as I'm concerned.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire says lab-grown diamonds are being marketed as less expensive alternatives, but the truth is their inherent value is dropping fast due to mass production.
You go try to sell that man-grown diamond back to the market, nobody wants it. There's no market for it.
Keith says just be careful. You need to get all the facts before you take a shortcut that you could regret down the road if the trend continues.
What you're buying is a throwaway diamond as far as I'm concerned. The fish tanks are waiting and they're going to be filled.
At International Diamond Center, we're proud to say all of our diamonds come from Mother Earth and took millions of years to make and are real, rare, precious, and ethically sourced. International Diamond Center, helping people navigate the diamond industry for more than 40 years.
When he presents that to his future fiancée, you want him to be proud.
4 Orlando locations and always at shopidc.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Whether it's food from meetings or company events, EasyCater has everything you need to make food for work. And that means all you have to do is sit back and take credit.
Wow, a vegan and a meat lover taco bar? Jill, you're the best.
Oh, all I did was use EasyCater.
Take the credit, Jill.
Well, I guess I sort of
Take it.
invented taco bars.
Too far, Jill. Too far. EasyCater has everything you need to make food for work. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I did my ancestry DNA test.
Felipe Esparza, live.
Big mistake, man.
At my leisure tour.
They opened up another child support case on me.
Friday, October 25th, Hard Rock Live Orlando. Felipe Esparza.
I thought I was done not knowing my kids.
Tickets on sale Friday, May 17th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster. For more, visit Felipe'sWorld.com. Don't miss Felipe Esparza.
16th Minute of Fame is the new weekly podcast hosted by me, Jamie Loftus. And every week, we take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Bean Dad, The Dress, 30 to 50 feral hogs. If you knew what any of those were, you spend too much time online. And I do too. Who are they? What made them notorious? Why did the internet choose them? And what does a person do when they get more attention than the human psyche can handle? Listen to 16th Minute of Fame on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 16th Minute of Fame.
For all your windows and doors, go to FASWD.com. That's FASWD.com.
You probably don't know this or care, but we have web goals. So go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 3 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. 407-916-1041 to call us. Text us easily at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
And real quick, thanks to everyone texting us at 77031 about the key fob stuff. It's great to have your guys' help.
Got it completely torn apart now. We should be able to get it back together in no time.
Okay, great. You MacGyver that while I do this.
Sure.
As always, Woke News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Saturday morning, give him a listen, and he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. All right, Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a law eliminating climate change from the state's energy policy. The law signed Wednesday says the Florida government will no longer be required to consider climate change when creating policy. It will also prohibit the construction of offshore wind turbines in state waters, delete requirements that state agencies purchase fuel-efficient vehicles, and will repeal grant programs that encourage renewable energy. As you can imagine, environmental groups are critical of that new law that was just signed by the governor. Sierra Club Florida issued a statement calling House Bill 1645, quote, extremely dangerous, end quote, legislation that will have far-reaching and devastating consequences for Florida's health, economy, and the environment. The law takes effect in July.
I'm amazed he can find ways to make Andrew Gillum look like a better option. Wow. Congratulations, Governor.
You know, the weird is this is pretty sweeping considering everything he's done for the lagoon and
I
the
know.
waterways
It's
of,
weird.
of the areas. I don't, yeah.
It's clickbait, I guess you call it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wonder where the money is.
Well, after Florida lawmakers this year barred local heat protections for workers, a new study cites, quote, strong and robust evidence that excessive heat increases the frequency of injuries, end quote, to workers with risks, particularly here in the South. The Workers' Compensation Research Institute released the study, which included data from 24 states in the South, Midwest, and even the Northeast. In part, the study found that the probability of work-related accidents increases by 5 to 6% when the maximum daily temperature tops 90 degrees, according to researcher Sebastian Negrusa.
What we did was to expand the scope of these potential injuries by allowing for injuries that could ultimately occur as the result of heat, such as falling off a ladder on a hot day, something that likely would not have happened on a normal temperature day.
And again, that's a maximum daily temperature of 90 degrees. Tomorrow and over the weekend, we're looking at 95 to 96. The study was released shortly after Governor DeSantis signed a bill that includes preventing local governments from requiring heat exposure protections for workers. All right, a controversy is brewing over lights on the Sunshine Skyway and other bridges across Florida. It started with reports that Manatee County Commissioner Mike Ron did not want the Skyway lit in rainbow colors to celebrate Pride Month, and now it appears that none of Florida's iconic bridges will be. Ron says lighting the bridge has become politicized.
It's just gotten to be a political hot button and not just a simple lighting of a bridge, which it should be. It should be a simple lighting of a bridge, national holidays, and those type of things. And if there's a special request, it should go to FDOT.
Instead, they'll be illuminated in red, white, and blue to mark what FDOT Secretary Jared Perdue calls Freedom Summer. Merc. All right, drugs could be a factor in a deadly crash in Manatee County, and I use drugs because holy cow.
Oh, yeah, a whole bunch of them, huh?
Brian Howard was in court yesterday to face charges in Tuesday's crash near Denellen that killed 8 people. Now, the 41-year-old is facing 8 counts of DUI manslaughter, but again, that's driving under the influence. It doesn't always just necessarily mean alcohol.
Right.
Well,
we assume that.
We assume it,
Yeah.
absolutely. And prosecutors say he told investigators after the crash that he had smoked pot, although Jimmy, you had said that it was marijuana oil.
Yeah, it was marijuana oil.
Which I don't even know what that means. And took prescription meds for anxiety, nerve, muscle pain, blood pressure. FHP says Howard failed a field sobriety test that was done about 6 hours after the crash.
Holy jeez Louise.
6 hours after the crash, but a breathalyzer test for alcohol came back negative. They did a blood draw at the hospital, actually. Troopers also say he told them he didn't remember the crash.
Right. He was completely unconscious when they found him.
Had no idea how it happened. He denied sideswiping anyone. Howard's criminal record includes an arrest 3 years ago for driving without a license. And keep in mind, 3 days before this deadly crash, he was in another wreck.
Right.
The public defender, Michael Graves, says he plans to enter a not guilty plea for Howard. Now, if convicted of all 8 charges, how many years in prison do you think he could get?
220.
Oh, my goodness. 219.
120.
Oh,
Yeah, I nailed it. Oh, I am on fire.
Hey, hold on. I don't remember anything, but I know I'm not to be blamed.
Right, exactly.
Some guy says he doesn't remember anything, but then in the same sense, I didn't sideswipe anybody.
Exactly.
I don't remember where I was from April, 10th or so.
And not guilty plea? Yeah, exactly. All right. Meanwhile, the suspect in a deadly boating crash in Miami-Dade County claims he's innocent. The FWC yesterday identified him as Coral Gables' Carlos Guillermo Bill Alonso. The 78-year-old was allegedly driving the boat Saturday in Biscayne Bay that hit and killed 15-year-old Ella Adler while she was in the water after falling from her waterboard. Alonso's attorney, though, said yesterday her client had absolutely no idea of his involvement.
We don't know at this time whether Bill or his boat were the boat involved in the crash. If his boat was involved, I can tell you he had absolutely no idea that is what happened that day. He is as devastated as anybody could be.
Attorney Lauren Field Krasnoff also says Alonso was not drinking that day. He docked his boat in plain sight, and he's been cooperative with law enforcement and will continue to do so. As you can imagine, no charges have been announced.
Absolutely. This is a plausible accident. It really is. I mean, again, if you're in a body of water, there's just somebody skiing, they fall, you don't know as the boat is turning around. They could be underwater. You could be maybe not paying attention, looking somewhere else, not expecting to run something over underwater. This wouldn't be that big of a surprise if he did not know.
Yeah. You said before, you knock into a lot of stuff that's under the water when you're in a boat.
Yeah, running many boats down the St. Johns River over many years. I've run over a number of logs or turtles or something where you just don't know.
Hey.
I know, but I mean, it just happens.
All right. Well, moving on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Animal killer.
Yeah, really. Abuser. This is no way students or teachers want the school year to end. What a disruptive POS to be doing this, because police are investigating a third threat reported at a Flagler County school just this week. Deputies searched Buddy Taylor Middle once again in Palm Coast after someone made a bomb threat during morning student drop-off.
They really hate this Buddy Taylor.
School buses were rerouted while law enforcement made sure the campus was safe. Detectives say the same caller may have made the threats directed at the middle school over the last 3 days.
Damn.
And, of course, law enforcement cannot be the one to take that day off and decide today's not the day, it's real.
Yeah.
The sheriff's office is expected to provide an update on the cases later on this afternoon. We'll let you know if they find anything. Someone's being naughty. 2 Volusia County law enforcement officers are in trouble following their arrest this week.
Okay.
Whoa.
Did they also make a porn video?
Yeah, possibly. Corrections Lieutenant Jonathan Harding is accused of having a sexual relationship with an inmate and using contraband while in a detention center. He was taken into custody yesterday and placed on unpaid administrative leave pending the outcome of his trial.
Right.
On the same day as Harding's arrest, Sheriff Mike Chitwood posted on Facebook about an incident on Monday involving a now former deputy. Stephen Corbin is accused of holding a woman against her will inside his patrol car and demanding a sex act while he was off duty in Daytona Beach in plain clothes, but in his agency vehicle.
It's a solid move. Did it work?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because Chitwood says his badge is going to be melted down.
Oh, my God.
So that
he's going one farther. Good for you. Yeah. Good for you, Mike. Get a mic.
Get a mic.
Get a mic. Oh, Chitwood doesn't take it.
No, man.
They love him over there / hate him.
I know. Corbin was arrested last night.
Damn.
All right, a sad update to a story that we have been following for the last week or so, and, quote, not the outcome anyone wanted, end quote. That's from Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhaw, following the discovery of a body in Wimauma, believed to be that of 34-year-old Sylvia Pagan, who was reported missing this past Sunday. Now, the Tampa-based nonprofit We Are the Essentials made the discovery in a wooded area along Serona Road. Billy Lane is with that group.
So we were on scene at this location for about 15 minutes, and we made the tragic discovery of what we believe was her body. It was located next to the road in a ravine. It was covered.
38-year-old Giovanni Carceres was the only person of interest in the case. Now, he took his own life at a Suwannee County hotel after Sylvia's daughter, 9-year-old Brianna Pagan, was rescued. Now, Lane says he and others with We Are the Essentials notified police and broke the news to Sylvia's family. An official ID and cause of death will come from the medical examiner's office Thankfully, the little girl said she had no idea what had happened to her mother.
Wow.
So, all right, also on the Gulf Coast, another story that's been in the works for a while. There's a big development in a nearly 1-year-old missing persons case out of Auburndale. 38-year-old Tanya Whip hasn't been seen since May of 2023. Now, it's believed the last person to see her was her boyfriend, Russell Carroll. He's now been arrested for allegedly accessing Tanya's bank accounts and using the money for his own benefit.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Now, in October of last year, Carroll told reporters he didn't know what to do when Tanya disappeared. And as you can hear, he's a really choice guy.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I just got out of prison. Now you go missing. So what am I to do? Now everybody's looking at me like I did something to you.
Yeah, you think so, Sparky?
I just got out of prison. Nobody's giving me the benefit of the doubt.
No, I should not laugh.
You're right. I mean, but I mean,
come on, dude.
Yeah.
No charges have been filed at this point directly related to Tanya's disappearance, but of course, follow the records. That investigation is still ongoing. All right, a change is coming to some Central Florida roads, which could lead to less congestion. The Central Florida Expressway Authority announced last week it'll add flex lanes to State Road 417 and the 429. Now,
flex lanes?
Yeah, with flex lanes.
Oh, check this out.
You can use the shoulder to get around an accident.
No, you cannot.
Yes,
okay,
you
that's
can.
Fine. I like that.
The flex lanes, though,
I'm
are
a flex lane kind of guy.
I've only done it once while on my way to pick up my mom at the airport because you don't want to be late for Mama.
You don't.
And for that, I'll drive on the emergency lane.
Exactly.
But the flex lanes, though, are only in effect when indicated by the overhead signs.
Right, yeah.
So you can't just say, oh, well, it's an accident. I can just turn this into a flex lane. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
A CFX spokesman tells the Orlando Sentinel this could lead to the expressway opening flex lanes during rush hours.
That's cool.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Rather than sitting on I-4 and just waiting for the traffic to clear. Now, if you're going to be going into downtown Orlando, there are new rules in place for drivers who are planning to park in downtown Orlando this weekend. And this is important to know if you're planning to go out clubbing. The city says the public garages will only remain open until 11 p.m.
Damn, really?
Yes, sir. On Fridays.
All of them?
On Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yes, the public garages. Now, staff members...
This is permanent now?
Staff members will remain at the garages to help drivers get their cars after hours, but they will not be allowed to re-enter.
Okay, so you can... Hold on. Let me make sure I have this right. You can park there before 11.
Right.
And your car can stay there till whenever. You just can't start parking there after 11.
You can't start parking there.
Okay. Right. Yeah. In other words, if you're in, but you can't come back in.
Yeah.
And if you're not in by 11, you can't come in.
Right.
Got it. Okay, good.
And then,
they are trying to close down these clubs.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
First thing I thought, I was like, look at these guys go.
The updated regulations are part of an ongoing effort by city leaders and police to improve public safety in downtown.
You thought that whole security issue and
exactly.
you thought that was like, oh, did they go too far? No, they're like, oh,
lean in,
just watch.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Hold my non-alcoholic beer.
Hold my neutral.
I'm about to tell you what's going to happen here.
Bring back the wig shops.
All right.
Yeah, bring back the fur place.
Speaking of that, SpaceX is preparing for a Friday night launch. I don't know why I said speaking of that. There's no fur in the launch for a Friday night launch from Brevard County.
You don't know what those freaks are up to.
What kind of launch are we talking about, honey?
Oh, you know, it's the usual.
Right.
Another batch of Starlink internet satellites into low Earth orbit from the Cape Canaveral Space Launch Complex 40. If the mission is successful, there will be nearly 6,000 Starlink satellites in orbit. Liftoff is scheduled for 7:52 p.m. tomorrow.
God almighty. It's like a high fly ball hits one of those things now.
Jimmy, I know you're looking forward to maybe booking a cruise someday soon, so I just wanted to let you know another cruise ship is coming to Central Florida next year.
Really?
Yep. Port Canaveral says MSC Cruises will start a service on a second ship, MSC Grandiosa.
Grandiosa.
In December of 2025. Right. It is among the top 20 largest cruise vessels in the world with the ability to accommodate more than 6,000 people.
That's a whole bunch of people.
Passengers will be able to embark on a 7-night trip to the Caribbean during the winter sailing season.
Yeah. I love how they make that sound so fancy.
I know, don't they?
Yeah. Nothing sounds fancier than all you can drink for $140. Right. Nothing sounds fancier than a drywall from Alabama face down on the pool deck from the minute he walks on the boat until the minute they drag him off the boat. Yes, that's class.
The cruise line says the new edition will mark its biggest presence in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool that it's coming to Florida, not New York, not California, not Texas.
You know, it goes great with the winter sailing season.
What, don't I?
Johnny Rockets. Because that's what you're eating on the back of the boat.
All right, I don't know who this could possibly apply to, but maybe you have a grandparent or a great uncle or someone who's always told you these stories growing up. Well, someone else wants to hear these stories because if you saw or you know someone who was lucky enough to see Jackie Robinson play in Daytona Beach, the city wants to talk to you.
Really? That's cool.
City manager Derek.
Are they in trouble?
No, city manager Derek Feature.
Fair question. That's a fair question. Fair question, Jack.
He ain't wrong.
Hey, we noticed you were looking at that black guy playing baseball.
Yeah.
We've been meaning to get with you.
Yeah.
We just got the next to last one. Now come on in here and just take this.
See what you started?
All right. Now, first things, we heard you clapped. True or not true?
City manager Derek Feature announced yesterday the Historic Preservation Board is looking for those who saw Robinson's minor league debut. Do you remember when this minor league debut was, Jack, you being the big baseball? Well, Jimmy, you're a big baseball fan.
In the 40s?
I thought it was the 50s, wasn't it? No, Mantle was the 50s. Was he at the same time the man? It was the
Jackie
50s.
Robinson?
Yeah.
Jackie, this is his minor league debut.
So I will say 44.
No, come on, we're in the war. He would have done that during the war?
Oh, yeah.
I would say 49.
Nice.
March 17th, 1946.
Oh, wow.
At Daytona City Island Ballpark. That used to be on East Orange Ave.
Sorry, but I got to take this.
He's got to take the ding. I hear you, man.
All right.
I hear you. The board is trying to get the park named a National Historic Landmark. And Reacher says personal memories and experiences will be invaluable to include in a study required for that application. And isn't that the sad thing about Tinker Field was that all that baseball history and it was lost?
Yeah, I mean, first pro baseball game I ever saw was a Twins, preseason or
spring game.
There, right? They played the Tigers, I believe.
And didn't Jackie Robinson also play at Tinker Field?
I think he played in Sanford at that Sanford Stadium. He may have played at Tinker, but I know he played at that Sanford Stadium.
I just remember there was so much baseball history at Tinker. It was like, how can you let that go?
Yeah.
So, he stayed at a house in Sanford.
Yeah, I remember that.
Played over in Volusia there.
Oh, okay. Well, if you do know someone to participate, you can contact the board by emailing them. And if you want that email, it's Prof. Joe Vetter. So professor.
Yeah.
So profjoevetter@gmail.com.
There you go.
And finally, Mr. Softy.
Okay.
Not Jimmy.
How you doing?
This Mr. Softy.
All right.
An iconic soft ice cream company is launching an app to let you know when their truck is in your neighborhood.
Well, it's about time.
That's kind of cool, though. That's a good idea.
It's about damn time. If we can watch our Uber, arrive on a map or our Amazon package is four stops away, we might as well be able to tell when soft serve is on the block.
Yeah. I want to know when I can get my kids groomed.
Yeah.
I always think that when you see those, vans coming by with just the magnets of the ice cream on the side, I'm like, what, you got free puppies in there too?
That didn't take long to set in, did it? The whole ice cream man thing?
Yeah, does the app play turkey in the straw?
I don't know what that one is, but with a jingle that's familiar to 3 generations of ice cream lovers, I'm sure that's what Jack is getting. It's impossible to miss the Mr. Softy truck. But if you want to know exactly when it will hit your block, there's now an app for that. You just type in your zip code to find out the location of the nearest truck. And if you don't want to wait for an ice cream cone, sundae, or milkshake, you can head on over. Mr. Softy, which is headquartered in New Jersey.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
So it turns out, Jimmy, it's not you. It really is Jack.
Okay, good. It is. I knew it the whole time, though.
Has 350 franchises and 625 trucks in 18 states, including New York, Connecticut, Arizona, California, Texas, Ohio, Wisconsin, and right here in the beautiful Sunshine State.
That is triggering some people, trust me.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's childhood right there.
That's definitely triggering some people right now.
That's a push pop.
Oh, yeah.
That's a creamsicle.
Oh, yeah. Rainbow pop, rocket pop. Chocolate or strawberry Claire.
Oh, there you go. Choco Taco.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it was strawberry shortcake was the
that's right.
one.
Ice cream sandwich.
When was the last time you guys actually bought an ice cream out of an ice cream truck?
God.
Might have been a few years ago.
It would have been when we lived over by Code Black because one used to come around all the time.
Really?
Yeah. So probably 10, 15 years ago.
Well, now you've got an app to find your Mr. Softy.
All right, very nice.
And now you all are officially woke.
Thanks, Deb.
I want ice cream.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
One more time. I was wrong, Angel. We can auction off one more thing.
Thank you.
That's
okay.
Be
a promo.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast on this Thursday. And it will be a hot one, but at least the forecast is going to stay on the dry side. Temperatures today will warm to a high of 92 degrees in Orlando with the help of a partly to mostly sunny sky. For tomorrow, temperatures approach the mid-90s for Central Florida before rain and storm chances are on the rise for the weekend. A cold front brings better chances of storms for Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at safelight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to safelight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is priceless. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and we have access to every single traffic camera in the state of Florida. Injured on the go, just call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are predicting the unpredictable. Our experts are using a patient's own anatomy to create 3D printed, life-size organ models to map out challenges ahead of time, making complex surgeries more precise, efficient, and less invasive. We are making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit floridashistoriccoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Kick off your summer with iHeart80s. iHeart80s goes commercial-free all Memorial Day weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Frank Gay has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with a tune-up for only $89 for a limited time. Friendly, speedy, and expert service. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trendley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trendley Kramer, TK Law, oneFirmForLife.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey, so apparently Facebook is still a thing. Search gym members and join our group.
Hey, aloha, everyone. Anyway, Sister Deb, you know when we was talking about Hartford Insurance through AARP last year? Well, I think Brother Jack switched over, and he gets the emergency roadside with his car insurance. So Brother Jack no need AAA. Might want to consider that and switch over. Just saying. Hope everything else goes smooth.
Almost any time you have to wait for a tow truck, figure on 3 hours before they show up. That's an average.
Hey guys, happy day. I know things have changed a lot since 1995 when I got my first car, and Jimmy said, get your kid something with AC. My first car was a $600 Isuzu Pup pickup truck with no AC, 4-speed, manual windows, and rattled and clanked everywhere it went. I think it had more rust than sheet metal. Air conditioner, what are you talking about?
What up, Jim Colbert Show? Hey, Deborah, on most cars, if you put the key fob up to the start button, physically touch the start button with the key fob, it can sense the key even if the battery is dead. Hope this helps. Peace.
Wow.
So nice. See, we have the best listeners in all of radio.
Did you try that one? I didn't know about that one actually touching it.
I haven't tried it yet. I just went down because someone else had texted us at 77031, which was brilliant, about there being a coating put on most of those flat batteries now to inhibit children from swallowing the batteries.
Yeah, it's like a bitter coating, so you don't. When you put it in your mouth, it tastes nasty, so you spit it out.
And Jimmy checked the battery, and there was indeed a little image of a mother and child. So they said just wipe it with an alcohol wipe, and that should take the coating off of it. So he took the battery out and did that. I just went downstairs and tested it, and it doesn't work outside yet.
Yeah.
And I'm too scared to open the car back up again and put the fob inside because that's what made the alarm go off the last time.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Top of the hour, we'll have another keyword for you. Hopefully, we'll get you that $1,000. That'd be nice. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Freshie. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today and some pretty interesting things. But the funny thing is I'm just going to go ahead and lay this out real quick. You also just got a notice on from Channel 9 that the Seminole Town Center has been purchased.
Okay.
Which is the Stanford Mall.
Yeah.
Now, that has some building, like some stores in there. Usually the bigger ones, like on the outside, are still functioning. But inside, I was surprised, even at Christmas time, how empty,
desolate.
Yes.
It is, and
Yeah.
it's actually creepy.
Very.
like a zombie movie.
Yeah, it's a little
Apocalypse,
bit-
28 days later kind of look.
Yeah, the Fashion Square Mall is the same way, by the way. When you go there on holidays or whatever, it's just, especially if you remember what it was.
It's depressing.
It is so depressing, but a company called Fourth Dimension Properties has purchased a majority stake in the Sanford Mall, and they say that they're going to waste no time getting right to work trying to revitalize this shopping center. My wife and I were just over there the other day driving by, and I was like, man, it's so sad to see how shopping has changed. And for Florida, I still kind of don't understand how this outdoor Waterford Lakes kind of thing took over, and the idea of putting the same stores that you would see in a mall. Now, I understand for the vendors, it may be a little bit less to run your store because you're not paying for the mall aspect. But, man, for shoppers, I mean, the mall was it. I mean, it's better. I mean,
it's climate controlled.
Air conditioning, protection from the rain, and out there in those shopping centers, are popping up everywhere. Not only there, I mean, Stony Brook, Waterford, all these new shopping centers, it's all the same thing. It's like a big strip center. And when you walk out of one store, you're out in the elements, you can walk to somewhere else. I never kind of understood that, but I guess maybe it's cheaper for the people to rent. That's the only thing I can understand.
Or it's just that, between that and online shopping, there just isn't the need for those huge retail spaces anymore.
Yeah, Cohen Retail Investment Group says there's to confirm that this Felix guy and his partner bought them out. It says that they're going to go in and lure a grocery store and a gym to the mall, but it hasn't ruled out a movie theater and restaurants as well, even the possibility of housing built at the mall or close by. So this is the same kind of idea we've heard about the Oviedo Mall as they kind of rebuild that thing and go into it to do some mixed-use residencies and possibly some housing for the elderly.
Yeah, exactly.
And things like that. I mean, there's plenty of space. And by the way, the parking lots of these places are massive. They would have never, in their busiest days, in the busiest season, could have never filled every one of those parking spaces. I can take you to places in the Oviedo Mall parking lot that have never seen a vehicle. Never, ever had a car parked in there. It's just a wasteland of asphalt.
But why did it never feel that way when you were looking for that one parking spot
Right,
around the holidays?
Because we're convinced the closer the better.
No, but even the further ones away, it was like, damn, do they have
Damn.
satellite parking for this thing?
Yeah. It says here, man, I don't think you're going to get a big department store where the Macy's was. And, of course, if you drive by there, it's famous. It's got the, looks like the palm tree kind of art out front. It says, but you could get an electronics store or maybe a supermarket or get multifamily use. So they're going to kind of look at every possibility there.
I know.
And move forward.
Toys R Us and Radio Shack.
Yeah, they are dead. They were taken out back and shot.
Bring back Bed Bath & Beyond. Put those in there.
Those stores,
Tier 1.
Those stores got gnomed.
Exactly, they did.
It says that small businesses will be welcome to the office space and kiosks as they'll go actively out into the market trying to find people to rent space from them at the Seminole Town Center.
Well, that means more popcorn and tattoo parlors.
Oh, God, let's hope not. I mean, it's so bad. You go into the one in Fashions where it's like Bob's Shoes.
No.
I mean, it's like no national chains at all, no national nothing, just a few of them. I think Express was one of the last ones, and those dudes, I think, just ate it, right?
Yeah,
Express
we just talked about them, yeah. Closing all their stuff.
I don't know how many national chains are even in that store. Maybe a couple of the jewelry stores still kind of do okay there. I know at the at Fashion Square or at Altamont Mall, which is still kind of hanging on with some national brands, that the jewelry stores have done quite well there. I don't know why, but they have. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Got a fresh keyword for you coming up right now. What? And Danny Meyering, Date Night Done Night, Date Night Done Right on the other side of this break.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Slow traffic continues on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, both east and westbound on the interstate as you travel between Osceola Parkway and 535, as well as through downtown between Princeton Street and South Street. No major delays to report for those who need to take the Beach Line or the Greenway this afternoon. If you run into traffic problems, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World. Jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring.
Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Fourth cup of coffee?
Still R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Let's watch TV.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's Big May on CW18.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang.
And it doesn't get any bigger than the Big Bang.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
Let the good times roll.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11. Part of Big May on CW18.
Still funny.
I know!
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10, start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Class.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Divorce?
Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
No payments till next year. Plus, Memorial Day savings start now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, HAPPY, H-A-P-P-Y. Happy. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Want more from us? At The Jim Colbert Show on Instagram. Follow us.
Premiere of my solo show at the Orlando Fringe tonight. It's called The Process is Ugly, a story about Devi, an ill-tempered woman who travels the world in search of a cure-all for her traumas and triggers. It's a silly story inspired by big feelings. Come to the Scarlet venue tonight at 6:15, Orlando Family Stage. Be sure to grab your Fringe button at the box office.
There you go. That's exactly how you promote your Fringe show using our talkback. Good job. 407-916-1041. Happy, by the way, is your 4 o'clock keyword, H-A-P-P-Y. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Happy, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win that dough.
That's the one thing I'm not. Happy.
Yeah, right. It's still not working.
It's still not working.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here.
Yeah.
Let's do date night done right.
Whether you're dating and in love or married and in a fight, keep your romance shining bright. This is date night done right.
Good and loud for our friend Danny Myring from Orlando. Woohoo! Wow, look at there.
Hi.
Highlight of your week. Don't say it's not.
Oh, it absolutely
Don't
is.
say it's
It
not.
absolutely is. I homeschool the child. I work 7 days a week. This is a treat.
How you doing today, Dan? You all right?
I'm good. I'm wearing my we're about to go eat ramen or sushi dress. This is My Neighbor Totoro. It's an anime movie that we love. So.
I like that. Very cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Where do you go for noodles?
We're going to Wa Ramen tonight,
Nice.
which is our first time trying it. We are huge fans of Wa Sushi in Castleberry. We've been going there since they were on Seminola back in the day. So yeah, they have this new ramen spot in Nona.
There's some good noodles in town now. That I have to tell you, that world, first it was tacos in Orlando. You're like, damn, you get a good taco in Orlando now. You can get some damn good ramen in this city right now.
Orlando is for nudes. Wait a minute.
So, Danny, I've been to both Wa Sushi locations. Where is the Wa Ramen?
It's in Lake Nona somewhere.
Okay.
It's on Narcoossee, I believe. We're letting the GPS take us
There you
tonight.
go.
So
Okay.
it looks like it, from what I've seen, it's kind of in a strip mall area. And
A different part of town than Wa Sushi.
Yes.
Definitely for sure. All right.
Spread the
Well,
love.
of course, for people who are just tuning in, Danny Myring is comes here from Orlando Date Night Guide to give us some ideas of what's happening in Orlando this weekend. Some places maybe you can take someone special, maybe your entire family. What do you got for us this week, Danny?
Yeah. So it is going to be a hot one. It's a good time to consider going to the springs or go floating on a river. And now's the time where you got to get there early. So my folks, if you're not there by 7 a.m., 8 o'clock, I'm sorry. I know that sounds super early, but these places reach capacity by 9, and there's a line and so forth. So just a little PSA there for you. And then let's see, happening tonight is the Avalon Park Sip, Sample, and Stroll. So a lot of the different, downtown areas like to do this type of thing where you buy a ticket, you get some wine samples, you get to hop around the different shops. So that's happening tonight at Avalon Park, starting at the Founders Square Drive. And it's $20 for their wristband, which, again, gets you the different samples and stuff to visit the different vendors.
That's not that bad at all, actually.
It's a fun, social thing. A lot of people go with friends and stuff, and you kind of, or, if you're new to town, you want to get to know an area, it's a great way to visit. So, and you get to support local businesses too. So that's always good. Yes, so I heard a little bit of Asian music there in the intro, and it is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Whoa, that's a whole bunch to say.
Woo, child.
Can't put that on a business card.
AAPI.
Yes,
there
thank
you
you. So let's see. Tomorrow and Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. at the incredible East End Market is East meets West. So it's a celebration of the Asian heritage. They're going to have dishes from local Asian food vendors,
art and handcrafted goods by local makers, refreshing drinks, live music. These events are a really cool time to go to East End Market. Of course, really any time is a good time to go to East End Market. It's such a great place to be. But yes, that's happening tomorrow night and Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. Just get there early. Parking is definitely a little bit of challenge in that neighborhood, so pay attention to the signs that say no parking and so forth.
Yeah, let me give you.
It is a neighborhood,
and I can give you a little heads up there. Let me help you out a little bit, right? So if you go to that area, that entire area of Corinne Drive is also a really cool little shopping corridor. So really, the market is not that far from other areas where you can park and go shop and kind of walk down.
Yeah.
If you have to walk a couple blocks, it's not like you're not going to see anything cool, and you may actually find something even another place you kind of want to slide into, whether it be desserts, whether it be coffee, whether it be antique shopping or vintage clothing shopping. They have all that in that area.
That is an excellent point. Yeah, so you got the salty donuts there. You got red light. It's just a great strollable area. So definitely a good night for doing that when you've got the added entertainment happening.
For sure.
So let's see. So we know Mount Dora's Sweet Corn Festival is coming up the following weekend. This weekend we've got the Sweet Corn Festival at Amberbrook Farms. Both their Eustis and Williston locations. So depending on what side of town you're on, they got you covered. We are going to the Williston location on Sunday, me and the husband and the boy. And what I like about the Williston location is they have like a whole ropes course playground thing that we can and it's shaded. So we'll just slap the boy on there for an hour and have him wear himself out, hopefully.
We'll just duct tape the boy to it and go off and do our own thing.
My Florida woman will come out and you got this, honey. You'll be all right.
You stay within 12 feet of this, and Mommy will be back in, let's say, a weekend.
So that's happening Saturday and Sunday this weekend and the following weekend at both locations, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, this is where it gets country, y'all, is all you can eat sweet corn is included in the price of admission. So you're going to be all sugared up in that nature's sugar right there.
Love corn on
roasted corn with butter and salt may be one of the best things in the history of things. God, it's so good, man.
Yep. And if you want a little more fancy, they're going to have street corn. They're going to have cornbread, all kinds. It's like Bubba Gump and his shrimp, but with corn.
With corn, right?
Of course, they're going to have a corn eating contest, cornhole. They're going to have a corn mascot. You can pick your own corn. It's getting real corny up in here.
Yeah, by the way, if you were at the corn eating contest, check out the front row and then stay away from those people. They're there for a whole different reason.
Yeah.
Just giving you a heads up. Avoid those fools at all costs.
Definitely watch the eye contact and the facial expression.
Don't look at me in the
eye. Also happening Saturday and Sunday is Gator Palooza. We are getting into our Florida vibes, aren't we? So this is Gatorland's 75th anniversary, man. They've been at it for a minute. And they're going to have music and specialty food, craft vendors, games. It's included in admission, so you've got those added bonuses happening this weekend.
No kid doesn't like Gatorland. No kid.
True.
There is no child on planet Earth that doesn't enjoy Gatorland.
This is one of those checkbox things you have to do in your lifetime. Especially if you live in Florida, you have to experience it at least one time. Matter of fact, tomorrow, the Monsters in the Morning are broadcasting live from Gatorland in celebration of their 75th birthday.
There's a gate in Florida when you enter, and they give you 2 tickets. Just so you can verify yourself.
Be sure to check it out.
Yeah, we took my son there when he was 6 weeks old, and we posed him with like a cardboard cutout of an explorer holding a gator or something, and we sent it to my mother-in-law, and she freaked out. She was like, I don't like this at all. What are you doing to that baby? Anyway.
You're like, we didn't let him ride his first gator.
I mean, you're going to have a Florida child. This is what we got to do. Let's see. The Asian Cultural Festival is also happening Saturday at the Lakeshore Center in Ocoee. So they're going to have all kinds of presentations and booths and dances. It's a really cool experience. And that is 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. And then on Sunday is Wine Bar George in Disney Springs. It is their 6th anniversary, and they will be doing BOGO Bubbles. So any of their champagne and sparkling wine purchased by the glass, the bottle, or the ounce will be buy one, get one free. So if you want to do like that high-end stuff you could normally not have in your budget, perhaps this is the way to do that.
Wow.
So that is Sunday, 11:30 to 11 p.m. I have a feeling they might run out of certain supplies.
Yeah. 12 hours of BOGO wine. Let's see what's going to happen there. that is good for at least 6 divorces. That's a 6 divorce day right there.
Oh,
you go, Wine Bar George.
One of the ways that my husband and I respectfully decided just one child was good enough for us was seeing the fighting families at Disney, because we go there enough, and it was like, we don't need to overwhelm ourselves. We are good with the one. We're good. Let's see. A boozy book fair is happening on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Home State Brewing, which is over in the Horizon West area, kind of near Disney. And they're going to have, of course, drink specials and different vendors that sell books and bookish goods. So this is a way to be a little bit nerdy, but also try to be a little bit cool by having some boozy drinks. And that area, the Home State Brewing, is really cool. They got a gorgeous beer garden that they just revamped. So that's a cool place to, go chill with the kids or, meet up with friends. So definitely a good thing there. And then lastly, an event that's happening next week to consider getting tickets for is the Winter Park Wine and Jazz. This is an annual event. It's happening Thursday, May 23rd, 6 to 9:30 p.m. at the Winter Park Event Center, which is a beautiful venue that they just revamped. And they're going to have indoor-outdoor spaces with live music, wine, craft beer, specialty cocktails. Food samples are all going to be included, and it's going to be a full moon that night.
Really?
So that'll be a lovely evening outside.
That's
Hopefully
nice.
the weather will cooperate.
You can join all the other crazies.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yes. Tickets start at $100. So, and again, that includes everything, and it's Winter Park. So the lifestyles of Winter Park are going to be showing up there.
Get your best jean shorts.
Yes.
Going over there. You'll fit so in. You really will.
You won't get any weird looks.
Right. 2 different Crocs. You know the deal.
So next week is Memorial Day weekend. School is going to be getting out. So there's a lot of different events that are coming up. I'm going to do a little plug here. We do have a weekly newsletter that goes out on Thursdays, both from OrlandoDateNightGuide.com and Orlando-parenting.com. And so we have lists of different Memorial Day events, both for adults and for families. There's a lot going on, so I highly encourage you to sign up for our email newsletter. I personally put that together every week, and you don't miss out by seeing those things.
Okay, how do I do that? I hit the subscribe button?
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing it now. That's easy.
Just put your email in.
We got another one.
Yeah.
It can be a straight up asset, man. I mean, it really is. Yeah. It's overwhelming how much information you guys have there. And the cool thing is once you dial into your part of town, the stuff you like, you can really kind of personalize the website to kind of give you things that are happening in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you get an update on this. Are the splash pads open everywhere?
Yeah, that's actually a great point. Yeah, so the splash pads are pretty much open now. Some of them are coming online next week when school's officially out. There are a couple of ones that are year-round, and so naturally at the other site, Orlando-parenting.com, we have a list of splash pads in Orange County and one in Seminole County, and we list whether or not they are seasonal or year-round.
Yeah, I forgot to ask that the other day because I saw a grown-ass man taking a shower in one.
Oh, Lord.
Please tell me there was soap.
Yeah, I don't even know. He was just showering. He was like doing the underarm scrub thing there in a pair of short, like what looked to be golf shorts.
Wow. All right.
If I was in need, I'd do the same.
Oh, you bet your ass.
I mean, at least he's looking out for body odor around other people, I suppose. Exactly. I'm going to try to look on the bright side.
I like the way we make excuses for this guy already. We didn't even know it. Oh, man.
It was funny during when the Christmas lights were at Lake Concord Park and the splash pad was still going on in Castleberry. Like, there's Christmas lights in the splash. It's a Florida thing.
It's 1,000 degrees outside.
It is a Florida thing.
Well, Danny, as always, thank you very much. If you missed any of this, JimColbertLive.com, you'll see it there. Also, you can just visit the website. It's Date Night Guide, OrlandoDateNightGuide.com. Also, there's Orlando-parenting.com as well. Danny, as always, thank you.
Thank you all.
Enjoy your noodles. Yay!
Get the noodles, Kim.
Get
All right,
some nudes.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. A very special Thursday edition of Primetime Kitchen with our buddy Faiyaz Carr is up next.
Date Night Done Right is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Mortgage brokers are better. Why? They do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It'll still be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but they have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And government studies prove buyers save $9,400 on average with a mortgage broker. That mortgage guy, Don, will give you a comparison quote today. Just go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. It's peace of mind at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Slowdowns continue along I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, east and westbound between US 27 and the 429, as well as between the Beach Line and 535. Drivers can expect southbound delays on the turnpike just south of the Greenway exit. No delays on the Greenway or on the Beach Line this afternoon. If you do see any traffic problems today, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Gatorland.
It's Gatorpalooza at Gatorland.
Live music, artisans, animals, and alligators.
May 18th and 19th.
Florida residents get in half off with valid Florida ID.
Celebrate all things alligators.
Only at Gatorland.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Being careful these days with your budget doesn't mean you have to settle for inferior quality jewelry at a mall store.
If you're used to shopping in malls and never been into an IDC before, I want to personally invite you in.
International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire.
We've got something for everybody. It doesn't matter your budget. It doesn't matter if you need financing. We'll make it happen.
As a manufacturing jeweler, IDC is able to cut out the middleman.
Our diamond bracelets, we buy the bracelet, we buy the diamonds, we assemble it. Our diamond bands, we buy the mounting, we buy the diamonds, we assemble it. So you're cutting out all that 40% that's in the middle for these manufacturers.
And that's for superior quality jewelry with free service for life.
When you come into IDC, you're going to get better quality for less, period.
International Diamond Center.
The one thing I'll guarantee you is you will make a big financial mistake if you don't shop IDC.
4 Orlando locations, or visit us online at shopidc.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with My Name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Kick off your summer with iHeart 80s. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free all Memorial Day weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. iHeart Radio. Free never sounded so good.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio now comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey everyone, opening tomorrow night, Corsets and Cuties present Drip for the Orlando International Fringe Festival. We are located downtown underground, so it's a great time for a date night. Our show is at 9:30 tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on Saturday, and you can get tickets online at orlandofringe.org. $15, and we will make you drip.
They do a damn good job. I got to tell you, yesterday when they did the promo, I didn't have time to plug them because we were on to something else. I can give my personal stamp for that crew, the Corsets and Cuties crew. We hired them back in the day to do stuff for us.
That's right.
And I've been to a number of their friend shows, and they always do a great job.
Oh, that
You will
James.
get every nickel of your $15 worth with that crew right there.
I'm hesitating to ask, but I have to know, did they make you drip?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
That's
come
what she
on.
said.
come on.
She said it.
Answer.
407-916-1041.
Fires look so disappointed. in
Text
me.
us
That
77031. Happy, by the way, is your 4 o'clock keyword, HAPPY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Answer it.
Jack is here as well. Let's do PTK.
Oh, that's right. PTK, this is great because this is a time where every Friday, every Friday we talk to Fayez Kara, and this is great because this is a special segment that we look forward to each and every week, and it happens
dancing
only
machine.
on Fridays.
Come on now.
And only on Fridays, and I don't know where we are on this Friday.
Like your
and-
glasses, Fayez.
He's
Yeah,
looking. He's looking, and he's not finding
I
the
am not
music
finding
that he
what I
should
need.
have.
Yeah, it's a Friday, all
Give
right.
yourself a buzzer for your job.
Okay, wait, you're right.
Now Fayez really looks disappointed.
Very good. All right.
He has every right to be.
All right, you guys give it up good and loud for Mr. Fayez Kara.
Yay! Woohoo!
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know what? It's my 1-year anniversary
Is
on
it
this show.
Really? Happy anniversary,
Happy
buddy.
anniversary. Jimmy, give him a kiss.
5/12/2023.
I'll be damned.
I'll never forget.
You'll never forget when I text you in traffic. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. It's a deal.
Fayez is the restaurant critic for the Orlando Weekly, has been doing it there for many, many, many years. One of the most respected voices in the culinary world here in Central Florida and has been for a while. If you read any of his stuff and you go to any of the restaurants that he tells you to go to, I promise you'll enjoy it. Every single time he comes on the show, we get texts from references from people who have followed his lead and have been made very happy from little spots they didn't even know were in town.
Absolutely.
Fayez, how's your week been, by the way?
It's been great. It's been great.
Has it been great?
Are you sure?
No, not been great at all. It's been awful. I'm just lying.
Why has it been awful?
But,
buddy?
No, I'm kidding. It's been okay like every week, just
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I'll tell you
A
what.
solid 7 out of 10 kind of week.
Okay, very good. Hey, I want to get to the stuff you have on the list, but there's one thing that really kind of came up either yesterday or the day before that really affects a legendary Orlando culinary business. What's going on with Gideon Cookies? For people who don't know, over in the East End Market, we just talked about those guys a second ago. There's a cookie maker named Gideon's Bakery, and his cookies became very, very, very famous. It would be no problem to go there on a Saturday or Sunday, and as the store opens, see a line 30, 40 people long looking to get in a line to get these cookies. Then Disney Springs, I guess, hears about it. They make a deal, and they open up a location out at Disney Springs. I didn't think that would ever happen. I'd heard through the grapevine this guy told himself and told everybody who knew him that he would never make more than 200 cookies a day. That was taxing and that was enough. And then that didn't work and he moved on, but there's some drama.
It's juicy stuff this week.
Yeah.
There were some claims made online by an alleged group of workers at Gideon's, grievances about low pay, mainly unsafe working conditions, racism, and then retaliation by management for anyone who spoke up about it. So this group of like alleged workers, they sent us their grievances in a press release over the weekend. And we don't know much about this collective because they're not saying exactly who, they're not listing specific names, and so we don't know how many workers are behind this collective. We don't know how involved they are with this campaign and who specifically, or how their demands letter was developed, and who exactly had the opportunity to provide input. So these are things that our reporter, McKenna Schuler, who's like a crack investigative journalist, she's on it. So I sense that there's going to be a lot more coming out this week from both sides of the coin. But she's covering for the Weekly, and she did say in her piece today that that this collective declined any further interviews in light of their decision to unionize.
And they also move forward. If you read the piece, I mean, I don't know how interesting this is to people or whatever, but when you read the piece, it's very interesting. The demands are deep. They also say that they're very well connected within the business world in Orlando with lawyers and other people that could cause great damage, or there was a sense of threat in this letter. So it'll be interesting, and we'll wait and see what comes out for sure.
It was. And there's a lot of stuff online on Instagram. There are current workers on Instagram saying that, hey, no one's really approached us about this. I mean, we totally agree with unionizing, but, at least come and talk to us.
Right,
so it's a lot. There's a lot of vague things out there. But one thing I do know for sure is that I'm still not a fan of Gideon's cookies.
I know you're not. All right.
He did text that to me, and it made me laugh.
Let's move on to the food, buddy, because I have to tell you, the very first thing you have up here is really, really good. It's called Cold Comfort, and basically you're saying this is a summer treats roundup. As it starts heating up, people in Central Florida will start diving into places like Jeremiah's Italian Ice. They'll start diving into places like Twisty Treats, or maybe some of the local ice creams are in town. What do you got for us for the cold treats here in Central Florida this summer?
Precisely. So we published our summer guide this week, and in addition to Twisty Treat and Jeremiah's, couple of like old school go-tos in this town for when the weather gets unbearably hot. I visited 5 newish spots, some of which we've talked about on the show, some of which we haven't. And not all of them I feel are worth going to, but I will start off with the ones that are. One of which is Koko Kakigori, Koko. Kakigori, I think, and it's in the parking lot of Kaya, so it's in the back part of the parking lot, and they specialize in kakigori, which is Japanese shaved ice, and it's of the texture. And Deb, you'll know this. It's a texture of freshly fallen snow. It's fluffy, it's airy, it's like a sublime texture. And I had something called a strawberry dream, which this big mound of like snow was essentially drizzled in condensed milk and
What?
a strawberry sauce, and my God, I'm trying to think of what else was in there.
I'm dripping now.
Condensed milk
Yeah.
and strawberry sauce. So they're like basically making ice cream over this.
We all scream
Yeah,
for ice cream.
they're shaving the ice. There's mascarpone cream. There's strawberry sauce.
God
There's
damn.
like fresh strawberries. It was so good. Like I went back the following week and they didn't have it on the menu, and they had something called the it was like a yuzu orange, and it had a straw in there that it collected all the sweet melt so that you could like suck it up with a straw. But I'm telling you, Koko Kakigori, for those who've never had Japanese shaved ice, go to this place. It is by far right now my favorite dessert treat in town.
I'll be damned.
Impossible not to like this. Impossible.
Koko Kakigori.
Koko Kakigori.
You mentioned when you went back, they didn't have it. Is that something you will do when you go back? Will you have this thing you had last time to confirm that it was as good or not as good as you remember? Or when you go back, do you try and explore different things on a menu?
Yeah, yes, and yes. So in the case of this, it was strawberry. They're very seasonal. All their ingredients are seasonal. So strawberries were not so prevalent. I believe, when did I go? Last week, I think. And so they had a few other flavors. So they typically have 3 or 4 flavors. They're not open every day. So go to their website, kokokakigori.com, and just check their schedules because they're usually there on the weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays typically. But I like that strawberry dream so much. I wanted to go back and have it again, but they didn't offer it because they didn't have any strawberries. So, but really, they are true artisans in the craft of kakigori.
Cool.
I'll also mention Sampaguita. Sampaguita is on Colonial in Mills. It's on Colonial next to Mamak and Han Coffee. They're a Filipino ice cream place. They have a variety of different flavors, but I went there specifically for the halo halo, which is like another shaved ice dessert, Filipino shaved ice dessert. And it was a textural whirlwind. I mean, it had so many ingredients in this thing, cornflakes and toasted rice. And my God, they had like pandan jellies and jackfruit and a list of things in this thing. And it was cold. It was icy. It was, a treat that I would go back for time and time again. The ice cream in there, by the way, is like a ube, which is a Japanese purple potato.
Oh, that's right.
Ube and vanilla ice cream swirl. But it had condensed milk and ube jam and like a ube sauce and flan and oh my God, it like so many ingredients in this thing that when you put one bite in your mouth, it's not going to be the same as the next bite you put in your mouth.
Great, man.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
Another place I went to, Crispy Cones. We talked about Crispy Cones. It's in the Hourglass District. This is the place that grills a dough cone, and then stuffs the dough cone with ice cream.
Every time you mention this place, the texting service loses its mind because everybody's like, I went there and I didn't want to leave.
Oh, really? Okay, I have to say, I went there. I didn't really find the dough to be like crispy enough on the outside.
Right.
Furthermore, the toppings I had, one of which was strawberries. It was like partly frozen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they put the whole thing in a cup. And so you're trying to eat this thing and it's turning into a goopy, bloody mess. And the texture of like that doughy cone and the ice cream, for me, I was not a fan. So I know there's plenty of them out there. I think there's like 6 locations around the country and probably growing because these guys got their funding through Shark Tank. But I personally was not a fan of crispy cones.
All right.
So
All right.
I'm going to say that.
Well, okay, go ahead, buddy.
But another one that I was a fan of was a place called Morelia Gourmet Paletas. And this is inside the Florida Mall. It's near the Dick's Sporting Goods. And paletas are essentially Mexican popsicles. They're made with like fresh fruit, or they're made with like really rich and creamy ingredients like, I don't know, like strawberry cheesecake and like Belgian chocolate. But my favorite was the mango sorbet, and it's essentially bathed in that chamoy sauce, the tangy chamoy sauce. Yeah. And then it was like rolled in a sweet and spicy sugar. And oh yeah, this is like one dessert treat I would have any time of the year. If it was like minus 15 out there, I'm going to eat this thing.
That's awesome because it's different. You go to the same places over and over during the summer. These are all different. That's awesome. Every one of those is great. Let's get to the review because we're sneaking up on time. Tell me about the Drake. You've mentioned this place over and over and over to me, and you finally got to review it. Tell us about the Drake.
The Drake. Okay, so this is Huberto and Rona Segura's restaurant. They had the Duck and Drake Kitchen, the food truck outside of Digress Wine, and so now they have a brick and mortar space right downtown on Rosalind Avenue, and the food there is fantastic. I think it's probably the best food being made in the downtown core. Huberto is like a seasoned chef. He's been at Raglan Road for 10 years, and then he just decided to quit. He decided to quit and open up a food truck. You know, there are like movies made about people like this, and so he actually did it. And as one of my dining companions said, you know, this was like ravenous pig level food, but unfortunately not ravenous pig level service. And I think the servers that we got on our visits there, they just need to be a little more educated with the menu and the concept itself, because the Drake Kitchen is actually named after the Duck and Drake Inn in London, which is where the gunpowder plot of 1605 was plotted and planned. And so when you see all these references to gunpowder and this particular event of history, the servers aren't that familiar with it, and so it leaves the diner a bit confused as to, well, why is this called this, and why, so. They just need to be a little more well-versed in the concept itself and its ties to the gunpowder plot. But like I said, the food is absolutely top-notch, whether it's the savory or the sweet. I love the za'atar spiced flatbread served with a trio of dips. There's a dish called a duck goose, which comprises 3 different dishes in one plate. You get like a flaky duck strudel, and then you get like an aged duck breast, and then you get like goose foie gras. You get 3 things in one. Everything is fantastic. There's like a flash fried Gulf Coast snapper that he serves with like fried plantain and a tomato curry sauce.
Oh yeah,
God, that sounds great.
His wife Rona Segura makes the desserts, and they're also outstanding. You know, it's like corn season, so she made a pavlova, a corn pavlova with a corn husk meringue and a corn custard and brown butter ice cream, and it's truly chefy stuff, high level stuff. Like I said, ravenous pig level stuff. They just need to get their wine list in order. And a lot of people were busting on their wine list because it was very Publix level. But then the second time I went, they presented something called the conspiratorial wine list, which led to our question: why is it called conspiratorial? And then we realized, oh, that's the tie into the gunpowder plot. And so that's the kind of stuff that I think the servers need to be a little more aware of.
Yeah,
but
because it could make
food outstanding.
Definitely make the experience a little different. All right, the Drake is good. Go there. The food good, service could be a little better, but they'll iron that out. Let's go ahead and get you kidnapped and get you somewhere and get us some food. Are you ready?
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to walk up behind you, and I'm going to put a Publix bag over your head.
Whoa,
right.
but you
hey, he's already done it to me today. Don't bitch.
Okay.
I'm going to forearm you in the side of the head at least twice. I'm going to tell you to keep your mouth shut. Everything's going to be fine.
The Food Line bag you put on me last.
I'm going to aggressively throw you into a small car.
Very aggressive.
And then we're gonna drive to the Dr. Phillips Windermere area and get a really good sandwich. Where would I go in Dr. Phillips Windermere area to get a great sandwich, Fayez?
Okay, so Windermere. So I went to this place recently. I think it's on the Windermere Ocoee border there. I think it's on a street called Amazing Way, and it's called Ispirazione Italian Sandwiches. It's like Italian for inspiration.
Okay, very good.
Ispirazione Italian sandwiches, and they specialize in something called a tigelle. And the tigelle is like it looks like a fat pancake, which it's a round dough bread, which they make in-house. They slice it in half, and then they fill it with all kinds of like Italian cold cuts and ingredients. When I went there, I had the soppressata, the spicy soppressata with it also had a spicy olive oil. But after eating one of these things, and I was still hungry, I wanted another one. So I also got the bresaola with, it had burrata in it and sun-dried tomatoes. Fantastic sandwiches, different. You're not getting this big honking thing, but you're getting these really like smaller little handheld, more delicate sandwich.
I'm so proud of you for using the word honkin' in context. I appreciate that.
That was for you.
Nobody
From
appreciates
chef to honkin'.
So Fayez, it's like an Italian pita almost?
Yes, kind of like an Italian pita, exactly. and it's so good. It's so good, and best of all, their tiramisu, by the way, I know it's not a sandwich, but their tiramisu is also fantastic there. You just sidle up to the counter, get a couple of these things, get a tiramisu, the coffee, they got the Julius Meinl coffee, good coffee. And then another place in Windermere, which has been there forever, of course, is Yellow Dog Eats.
Yeah.
And they've, I think their famous sandwich is their pulled pork sandwich. But the last time I went there, I had it was like the roast Malone. It was the roast Malone.
Right?
Sandwich.
Yeah. Because they had an Elvis sandwich. It was pretty popular for a while too, or something to do with Elvis. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would recommend those two places to my really fine kidnappers.
Very nice. All right, Jack, question?
No, I just want to know the tiramisu place again because you had me at tiramisu.
Ispirazione. Ispirazione. Ispirazione, Italian sandwiches. And it's like, again, it's in Windermere, Ocoee border. Amazing Way. I'm pretty sure the name of the street is Amazing Way. It's in this brand new complex. Check those guys out. They're good.
Well, good job today, dude. This is a lot of new. I got to tell you, the only place I've heard of so far is Yellow Dog Eats. Yeah. Everything else is completely new to me. So I really appreciate that. Good job today.
It's a Thursday thing.
No problem. But I'm telling you, Coco Kakigori, check those guys out. It's amazing stuff.
All right, buddy. Thanks again. It's always good for you. Fayez Kara, guys.
Yay!
Of course, you can read his stuff every single week in the Orlando Weekly. Fayez, how can they follow you on social?
Yeah, either at ITSFAIYAZKARA on Instagram or Fayez Kara everywhere else, and OrlandoWeekly.com. Click on food and drink, and you'll find all my stuff there, including pretty much everything that we talked about today.
You got it, buddy. Thanks again. Drive safe. We'll see you soon. Fayez Kara is the man. We'll see you, Fayez. Woo! All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and, of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
My parents told me years later that they were supposed to. I was supposed to have like leg braces.
Really? Like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
What's up, Central Florida? I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. We're looking at a blend of cloud and sun over the next few days, mid-90s Friday and Saturday. Friday, we'll watch for a chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in the midday hours. It's the leftover remnants of some storms up in the deep south tonight. Going into Sunday, temperatures low 90s, just sea breeze showers over the weekend, not a huge deal. Then going into next week, the rain chances actually come down a bit as we go into the middle part of next week. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Noah Bergeron.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. In town a year already. These guys have already made quite a mark by saving lives, 70 plus here in Central Florida alone. And it really is one of those situations where you need to tell people about Life Imaging FLA. Make sure your friends and family know, and make sure you know. I want to tell you this, man. When it comes to heart disease, 30% of the cases, the very first symptom there is sudden death. That way, early detection does save lives. That's what Life Imaging is all about, getting you the information you need to make sure that you're making the plan to keep you here for as long as possible. They're all about that, so be a hero. Tell your friends and family. And if you do have a family member you think could benefit from Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, you got to do that. No dyes. This doesn't take long at all. You don't take off your clothes. No injections. It is so non-invasive. Don't wait. Do exactly what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA right now. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 $29 value. And while you're there, you got to ask about their cancer screening as well. It's easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do, guys. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the year you finally take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Todd Rundgren Live. Me, We 2024 Tour. Friday, May 24th, the Plaza Live. On sale now at AXS.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow, guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Looking to save on your internet bill? Spectrum has designed affordable internet offers just for you.
You came to the right place. Spectrum has an affordable internet offer for eligible families. And you could save a ton with the Spectrum Internet 2-year price guarantee.
Switch to Spectrum Internet starting at $29.99 a month and a 2-year price guarantee with no contracts. And get a 1-year trial of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited risk-free. Call 1-833-563-2888.
Ready to switch?
Sign us up. Offer subject to change based on eligibility requirements. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
These days, the cost of fixing or replacing things in your home is going through the roof with no end in sight. Air conditioning replacement, $6,000. New refrigerator, $1,500. Flat screen TV, $1,200. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. For as little as $1 a day, Everything Breaks can cover it all. Appliances, plumbing, air conditioning, home electronics, including cell phones and more. Everything Breaks covers repairs your insurance doesn't, saving you hundreds, even thousands on unexpected repair bills. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. Call for your free quote. Call 855-865-SAVE. That's 855-865-SAVE.
Get it all covered your way, 'cause everything breaks.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan terms and conditions for details. Coverage not available in all states. Actual savings may vary based on the coverage plan and repairs needed. Call 855-865-SAVE. Online at goeverythingbreaks.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at safelight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to safelight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had leaf filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
I saw Chase Padgett's show last night at the Orlando International Fringe Festival, and it is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you check it out at the Gold Venue. It's Grab Bag Cabaret with Chase Padgett. Thanks. Have a good day.
Hey, gang, it's Cooch. Decided to come down and see Ross and Joel tonight. Got in here early, got my parking looking great, and just happened to be the stars of the show came over and gave me a high five. So looking forward to it. Everybody needs to be here.
I agree. I agree. 10 Sketches
Absolutely.
debuts tonight. Grab your tickets and go to orlandofringe.org. All the show times, all the venues, all the information, how you get your badges, how do you get your tickets. It's all there. One of the easiest sites to navigate. They do a very good job with it. That's orlandofringe.org to see all the great shows. We have so many people that we know that are involved in Fringe this year.
Yep.
So many different shows to check out. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack is as well.
Hello there.
You know, it's funny, here in a political season that we're in, a lot of things are happening. And it's interesting because when the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift thing started happening, you know, it wasn't long after that you know, the politicos started kind of hollering about who and what Taylor Swift could do to move the needle in an election. Right? And we've heard this for years, have we not? You know,
yeah.
Celebrity endorsements, people endorsements. And, you know, for the candidates, picking up political endorsements is a really big deal. If you'll notice, both Biden and Trump, when they pick up an endorsement, you know, they let you know this person, this businessman, this former politician, this ex or former president, you know, gave me their endorsement. They really lean on that stuff. They're trying to make a connection in any way, shape, or form with a voter, right? That's what they're trying to do. And celebrity endorsements have been, you know, part of doing this for a long time. When do you think you noticed the celebrity endorsements of political figures, Jack, the first time? When you were younger, both of you guys, when do you remember that?
Yeah.
Clinton for me was the one
I was going to say that would be the first one I remember.
Yeah, when Bill Clinton ran, I remember specifically he was really tied in with Hollywood. I don't remember the Kennedy years because I wasn't around for that. But when Clinton ran,
there were been a few presidents in between the two, but with Clinton, what he seemed to embrace pop culture more, where you saw him on MTV,
right,
Arsenio Hall.
The sunglasses and the sacks.
Before that, I don't think we didn't see the presidential candidates on the entertainment-based talk shows.
Which is interesting considering, you know, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was our former president.
I'm Barbara Walters.
Welcome to, but he was an actor first.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that he wasn't tied in with the Hollywood, but I guess, you know, with each subsequent presidential election, right? The debate between Kennedy and Nixon, where Nixon was a sweaty mess. And that was the first time you saw the power of television in terms of politics. And then you fast forward to the Clinton presidency, and now they're seeing the importance of pop culture and getting in pop culture. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here.
Also with television, you saw the swagger. Right? I mean, you know, Kennedy had that swagger, and when you look at Kennedy next to Nixon, you know, one looks like a principal you can't trust, and the other one looks like a guy who just walked off of a model of, off a cover of Vogue.
Right, exactly.
You know, a very good-looking man, had a real, had that kind of Kennedy name behind him.
The charisma.
And I know Obama, got a lot of celebrity support. Bill Clinton got a lot of celebrity support. Well, USA Today does a poll. And they're going to find out. It's a Suffolk University USA Today poll of registered voters, and they wanted to know, do you think a celebrity could swing a vote?
No.
And they went with the biggest ones. They went with Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, all these gigantic social media / entertainment stars. And they thought to themselves, I wonder if we polled people and asked them the questions, if it would influence them a lot, if it would matter to them at all, or if it would make them less likely to support the candidate. In other words, if I endorse him, would it go, oh my God, Colbert endorses him, I'm definitely in. Or I don't care what Colbert does. Or a matter of fact, I don't like Colbert so much, if he endorses him, I won't vote for them. Those are the three parameters, right? The study was kind of amazing. And it's something I've been saying for years. And I'll tell you what that is next.
Oh.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Major stop-and-go delays reported on I-4 east and westbound between 192 and World Drive and between the Greenway exit in Seminole County and the St. Johns River Bridge. Delays continue in both directions as well through downtown on the interstate between Cayley Street and Robinson Street. If you see other traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
That mortgage guy, Don, has been helping people with their mortgage needs for over 20 years, including myself. And you know, that mortgage guy, Don, is going to work tirelessly to help with your purchase or refinance. But don't just take my word for it. Here's a review from Michael R. from this past December. Quote, Don and his team were very informative and looked at every avenue available to make things happen, end quote. And I can attest to that. If there is a way to make your mortgage or refinance happen, that mortgage guy, Don, is going to find it. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win a dream home makeover. Up for grabs are a bathroom remodel, flooring, solar, roofing, and large appliances. Register now to win a solar battery for your home from Sunwave Energy. There are 5 different contests with each category offering its own unique benefits for improving your home to create the perfect living space. Get more details and enter at realradio.fm/contests.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Buying a diamond is one of the hardest things a guy can do.
Meet International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire.
It's not my job to sell you. My job is to protect you.
And that starts with fair pricing.
We don't play pricing games. We don't mark it up 400% to give you 50% off to make you feel like you got a good deal. We price it straight.
No retail games, no nonsense. Just rock bottom prices on one of the largest selections of certified diamonds in America.
Most stores are going to be able to show you 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7. We can show you hundreds and hundreds of diamonds.
International Diamond Center, the only store here owned by a major diamond supplier with worldwide connections and enormous buying power, so you can buy like a dealer buys.
I've done all the hard work to bring the best value, the best quality diamond to you direct, period.
Exquisite diamonds straight from the diamond cutters.
There is no middleman. It's cutter, us, you.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations, and online at shopidc.com.
Before you ask her, ask us.
Each morning across Florida, hundreds of Duke Energy line workers start each day with one thing on our minds: making the grid stronger and more reliable for you. To us, it's about more than keeping the lights on. It's about being more efficient to help lower costs for our customers. It's more than a job, it's a commitment to building a smarter, more reliable energy future for Florida. Find out more at duke-energy.com/FLFuture. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma.
I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11 on CW18.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good after morning, Colbert Caruth. So, as far as letting someone else's endorsement of someone sway my political vote, that is never going to happen. My vote is my vote. It's my choice, and I'm not going to let anyone else outside of the policies of the people I am voting for make that decision for me. So, yeah, ridiculous. Big T out.
All right, 407-916-1041. GRAND, by the way, GRAND. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. GRAND, guys, that'll do it. That'll get you that money, maybe.
Hopefully.
Disclaimer. GRAND is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
All right, I was asking you guys, this is a USA Today story in conjunction with
Such a turd.
Suffolk University. They did a poll, and they were trying to figure out if people's endorsements, if the endorsement of famous people really matters when it comes to American voters. And even one of the most popular celebrities out there. They use Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and some other people as well. Kim Kardashian was one of them. And they said, these are the 3 criteria with the study. Would this person be able to swing your vote? Would they be able to hurt a candidate, help a candidate, or would they listen to him at all? In other words, if Taylor Swift said, you should vote for Joe Biden, will you run and go vote for Joe Biden? Will you not care what she says? Or will you actually vote for the other person because she says vote for that person?
Right.
So what do you guys think? Out of this poll, what percent of voters said that Taylor Swift or Beyonce could influence them to vote a specific way?
You go first, Jack.
It's going to be very low for the people who admit it. I think I think more people would be influenced by it than will admit it. I'll say 5%, and that might be high.
I'll say 2.5.
Yeah, you win. It's 3%.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Only 3% of people said would influence them a lot. Right. 89% said Swift's endorsement would not matter at all or make them less likely to support the candidate. Beyonce's thumbs down was 91%. Kim Kardashian, who has hundreds of millions of followers on social media, fared worse. Not one of the 500 registered voters indicated that her endorsement would matter at all.
Now, what was the percentage for Taylor? Because I think with younger voters, maybe casting their first ballot, she would have a much bigger effect on that voting block than anyone, I think, outside of that age group.
Just 3% said that they would influence them either way. 89% of the people said her endorsement would not matter at all or actually make them even less likely to vote for the candidate that she was supporting. Kim Kardashian was even worse. Now,
I'm not surprised.
Where this gets kind of interesting, by the way, 407-916-1041, I would love to hear if there's somebody that could actually do that for you. Is there somebody who could swing your vote? Is there somebody that could come up with something and go, hey, look, as a fan, as whatever, if you like anything I've done, if you trust anything I said, I'm telling you, this person is the person to vote for, and here's why. Could anybody out there be swung by an endorsement? Jack, could that happen to you?
Yeah, God, I think.
Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah.
That's it? No mortal could do it?
Well, Jesus.
Yeah, no mortal could do it?
I can't think of any.
Yeah.
That would. I mean, I think the older you get, the more you
jaded.
But not only jaded, but fully you understand why you believe what you believe. You're more ingrained with your thoughts. Maybe it's a form of being stubborn. Yeah,
Sure.
more
Yeah.
informed as well. But
I bet that they could even go further. I bet they couldn't even get people to leave their party, much less vote a different way.
there is no one on this planet that could get me to vote for the Orange Circus Peanut.
Right.
Well, and, outside of that, what we've seen is like, well, what does that celebrity endorsement mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, what does celebrity even mean anymore when you can see someone like a Bill Cosby described as America's dad be dethroned in the most horrible way? It just goes to show you, outside of acting and pretending to be other people, we don't know who they are. So I am not going to tie my right as an American, which has been fought and paid for by the blood of our veterans and our active duty service members, to a celebrity just because I liked that movie.
Yeah, 100%. And look, man, most of the country feels the same way.
And that's such a good thing to hear.
Yeah, I don't, again, I think voting is so personal because
It is.
It's more than whether I like somebody because they do something I enjoy. This is your personal beliefs. This is who you are, right? This goes from your faith to your race, to your culture, to your religion, to how you roll, to your tax bracket. All of those things matter.
Your mortgage?
Yeah. Big picture stuff, abortion, immigration, that certainly comes into play. But regional stuff matters as well. And the national package, they want people certainly, they will issue everything if the military isn't strong. They don't even care about all the other issues. We've seen that before. Abortion, the only issue, nothing else matters. I will vote for the candidate that is my way on that particular topic. How do you think other just general people felt? Just general people in general.
About?
Well, it just says here, let me finish this. Not one person on this list of former politicians, sports figures, or celebrities mattered either way. Suggesting that in a race between two well-known presidents, Americans, simply put, do not want to be told how to vote.
We don't like being told what to do, period.
In any way, shape, or form. I mean, really, to be honest with you, when you read the story, they don't even like the suggestion of it.
Yeah.
And that's why, my wife went to a Cyndi Lauper show. This was a couple years back or whatever. And, she went on and on, did her show, and then really kind of turned that into a Democratic fundraiser kind of thing where she got up there and just kind of exposed the ideas of Democrats. And that's all she really plugged for. And my wife said, she was really enjoying the show.
Up until that point.
Up until that moment. It wouldn't have, and she told me it wouldn't have mattered had she been stumping for Republicans. It would not have mattered. She just simply wasn't there to hear a political message. She came there to be entertained. And I think that's how a lot of people feel. I mean, whether it be for our opinions, whether it be anybody's opinions, they simply want to be entertained. We can talk about how we're going to vote. We can talk about how we feel about things. But in reality, not one person on this show is going to make anybody out there vote differently when it comes November.
And I don't want that responsibility.
Who does?
And same with church, too. When politics, they start getting into other areas, whether you're in church or you're the entertainment you choose, the only exception I see to that is when it is politically based performance. I would, as an example, 2004, Springsteen's Vote for Change, where it was a politically based tour in support of the candidate, and, they had, it was specifically for that reason.
Right.
So you expect that. And even that didn't even that was not even preachy.
It was. But when you look at the data here, it says, when you look at it, name me the one former politician that they say could influence them a lot. Now, this group of people I'm talking about are the independents. the people out there who haven't made a choice yet, or they're independent, or they haven't made a choice of whether they're going to vote Democrat or Republican, name the one person they said that could change their mind or influence them to vote one way or the other. There's one person.
Obama.
Barack Obama is the answer. Barack Obama was the only person, scored at 14%, that said of the 12% of undecided Americans, which is, and they say here it's a small slice of a small slice, Barack and Michelle Obama both ranked incredibly high when it comes to their influence over a voter. But and even then, only 14% of that 12% said that they could influence them enough to make a different choice.
Right.
Let me hit you with something else here. There are plenty of people who have left the world of entertainment and turned into politics. Sonny Bono, Reagan, Al Franken, Trump, John Glenn, Schwarzenegger, Eastwood, a bunch of them have done it, right?
Right.
Let me ask you, when it comes to females, famous females, and I'll end it with this. This is actually kind of interesting. We'll take a couple calls here in a second. What woman do you believe garnered 30% of this poll's action?
Oprah.
Oprah is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Right off the bat, Oprah Winfrey was the one they wanted. Who's next? I thought that was a giveaway. Who's next? This is the surprising one. This is why I brought this up. Oprah was a shoo-in because there was a rumor at one point that she may throw her purse into the fray of politics. Right? Who's number 2?
Whoopi Goldberg.
White actress.
White actress.
By the way, this was 1% below Oprah, and the next person was 1% below her. 30, 29, 28. Sandra Bullock.
Really?
Sandra Bullock got 29%. How about this? The next, Serena Davis. Or Serena Williams, my apologies.
Okay.
Because Viola Davis is the next one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those
Love
4
Viola
women were the
Davis.
women that led when it comes to women that they would vote for, or they would consider
that they would
voting
vote
for.
for.
Yeah, that they would vote for sure.
Oh, vote for, not
Yeah.
listen to changing their opinion. Oh,
All right,
okay.
407-916-1041. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that you have to be, in my opinion, either very young or very immature to let someone help you decide who to vote for. You have to have your own politics, your own thoughts, and your own beliefs. And I've been a Democrat for 50 years, and I don't know, I think it's strange that people just want to have somebody tell them who to vote for.
Well, I think what they're trying to do, and thanks for your call, Ann, I appreciate it. I think what they're trying to do is get you to understand a different way of looking at life and governing, and of course, to get their vote, to get their people in office.
But it's different if the celebrity is trying to get you involved in the process, not telling you who to vote for, but
Right.
telling you to
Just
vote,
get out and vote.
to get people registered to vote. And I believe a lot of this talk of Taylor Swift came about after she was behind a register to vote campaign, and they saw significant increase in registrations to vote.
I think that's part of the reason behind this study is to really get a handle on that celebrity influence.
So now the worry is, oh, wait, if that many people listen to her when they say register to vote, will they listen to her if she says whom to vote for?
Right. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Doing well. Love the show, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
It's a little disconcerting to hearing some of the things or some of the reasons why people do what they do and vote the way they vote. I think, was it Denzel said it best? If you don't read the paper, you're uninformed or misinformed, whatever that quote is. He hit the nail on the head there. But as far as voting, my brother and I have a brother who's a year older than me. We grew up in the same exact household. We could not be further apart in our thoughts. And it's unbelievable. He looks at one set of news, I look at the other, and I try to see both sides. It used to be we could agree to disagree and be civil about it. He's still my older brother. I love him to death. But we can't even have those conversations anymore. That's how bad things have gotten.
What happened?
Well, he is a diehard Democrat, thinking Obama and Joe Biden are the greatest thing since sliced bread. I think they're both two of the biggest POSs alive. And I voted for Trump. I certainly would again. It's only because if you really boil it down, and you got to look further than CNN and even Fox, you got to really boil it down. I know people in the political spectrum. A friend of mine is actually a lobbyist in Washington, which just, you talk about a cancer and a blight on this country. It's a shame. But anybody in that scope up there will do anything to stay in power. It is as cutthroat as it can be.
Yeah.
And again, we used to agree to disagree, but now we can't even talk politics. Our wives don't let us talk politics, stuff like that. But the overlying theme or underlying theme, I guess, is the hatred, the absolute pure hatred and vitriol for Donald Trump supersedes, in my opinion, any rational thought that any normal human being would have.
Yeah.
So,
Can I ask you a quick question? Do you see any reason why somebody could find themselves disliking him as a person so much?
Trump?
Yes.
Yes, myself. I mean, I wouldn't go to dinner with the guy.
Yeah.
But you have to admit, you absolutely have to admit, in the words of, who was it, Reagan, if these 4 years are better than the 4 years prior, again, come on. There's absolutely no comparison.
All right, buddy. I appreciate your call. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We struck a nerve, Deb. People want to talk about this. The lines are full. We'll take a little break. We'll come back and take a few more calls. Could you possibly get influenced by a celebrity or somebody else to change your vote for president coming up in November? We'll do that next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
This is Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And on your smart speaker. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
It would be my pleasure.
Major stop-and-go delays reported on I-4 east and westbound between 192 and World Drive and between the Greenway exit in Seminole County and the St. Johns River Bridge. Delays continue in both directions as well through downtown on the interstate between Cayley Street and Robinson Street. If you see other traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Tools Ace Hardware's biggest grill sale of the year is happening right now through May 27th. Get free fuel, free assembly, and free local delivery on select grills. $3.99 and up. Get a free propane tank refill with the purchase of a Weber grill, Blackstone griddle, or Uni pizza oven. How about a free bag of Traeger wood pellets with the purchase of a Traeger grill? Free bag of Big Green Egg natural hardwood charcoal with the purchase of a Big Green Egg. It's Tools Ace. These guys have the best brands and grills out there: Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Napoleon. And they even have service techs specializing in grills to help you with any repair or warranty issue. You can get free assembly and local delivery on any backyard purchase, $3.99 and up. Shop in store at one of their 13 locations, including that brand new one in Hamlin, or just do it online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new nature and conservation exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Explore the ocean, swamp, and rainforest and encounter the animals that call these ecosystems home. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkeys, a baby shark, a curious owl, and their friends. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. This is life at Orlando Science Center. Get tickets and more info at osc.org.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Who's trial attorney Jeff Kaufman? Instead of talking about how great my law firm is, let's talk about autism awareness. In Central Florida alone, there are thousands of children on the autism spectrum, including my son, Jacob. I'm not asking for a donation, but just a couple seconds of kindness when you see one of our children out in public. It will make a huge difference. If you want or need any information concerning the autism community, contact me at jeff at whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
You know where Gator Nation goes for fine jewelry and engagement rings? Only one place, International Diamond Center. IDC is the premier jeweler, the only jeweler ever to be named official jeweler of the Gators. It's a Florida family-owned company with an impeccable reputation for quality, value, and integrity. Did you know that IDC is one of only a handful of jewelers around the country that refuses to sell lab-grown diamonds? At IDC, they only sell real, rare, precious, and natural diamonds made by Mother Earth, and they stand behind them with an amazing 110% upgrade guarantee. So you can trade your diamond in later on and get more than what you paid for it when you upgrade to a larger stone. Who else does this? If you're getting engaged or celebrating a special occasion, let the non-commissioned experts at International Diamond Center guide you every step of the way. You will get the value you want, the quality you can have confidence in, and the expertise you deserve. Get all the details at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, official jeweler of the Gators.
16th Minute of Fame is the new weekly podcast hosted by me, Jamie Loftus. And every week, we take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Bean Dad, The Dress, 30 to 50 feral hogs. If you knew what any of those were, you spend too much time online. And I do too. Who are they? What made them notorious? Why did the internet choose them? And what does a person do when they get more attention than the human psyche can handle? Listen to 16th Minute of Fame on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 16th Minute of Fame.
Used cars. They cost less with Memorial Day savings all month at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Real Radio 104.1.
Are you offended? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
At the Table is a family-friendly magic and storytelling show playing the Silver Venue as part of the Orlando Fringe from May 16th to 26th. It's highly recommended from the Orlando Sentinel, and last year won Critics' Choice Award for Best Magic Show. Please join me at the Silver Venue for family-friendly magic and storytelling.
Norm Macdonald, if he was still alive, would be an awesome president.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. He'd be the funniest president, that's for damn sure, but he would not be a good president, I don't believe. All right,
Gambling everywhere.
916-1041. Text 77031. He'd lose the White House in a card game, dude. My man had a problem. All right, welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
I am.
Your 5 o'clock keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at that $1,000. GRAND, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Go get it for sure. The people holding online, just hang there for 1 second so I can reset this and everybody understand what we're talking about. This is a USA Suffolk poll about influence in elections. And basically the poll was this. They wanted to find out if any one celebrity could swing a vote. In other words, how many people on planet Earth, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Kim Kardashian were used. And they were like, well, could these people do that? And 3 criteria were, yes, they could. I don't listen to them. And matter of fact, if they endorsed them, I would vote for the other person because of that.
So basically, would their endorsement have a positive, negative, or neutral effect
Exactly.
on you?
And it was overwhelming. It would have no effect at all.
Yeah.
And 0 effect at all. Most people would not listen to them at all when it comes to politics because that affects their lives. And, of course, their reality is patently different from most voters.
To register as a Republican, and I select a service. The problem is after January 6th, I became an independent. WESH came to my house to ask me why I changed to an independent. I find this thing very dichotomy. I would suggest people listen to Chris Cuomo, who actually he's very reasonable about this. Independents have a huge chance to make a difference.
Well, buddy, I got to tell you, thanks for your call. I appreciate that. It's every of the last at least 3 elections, independents have had a massive pull, and I've contended for many, many years that that's what really does decide the presidency. I mean, you have the Trump voters who are not going to vote for anybody else, regardless of who it is. You have the Biden voters who are going to vote for Biden because they're diehard Democrats. It's that 8%. That 8 to 12% of people who don't like either one of these people that are going to be swinging. And that's exactly who they're talking about here.
Oh, yeah.
They're talking about how can somebody swing one of these undecideds to their sway. Is it a celebrity? Who could that be for you? And it shows the only person really that can move that needle are the Obamas in reality, and that's Michelle and Barack. Everybody else pretty much fell flat on their face and would have been ignored completely or met with...
the opposite.
Yeah. Met with going, well, I tell you what, buddy, you endorse that guy, I'm going the other way.
Right.
That's exactly what that said. All right, let's get to some more calls here. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey,
Good, how are you
good.
doing?
How about you, buddy?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to call and say that you're my local celebrity that really didn't influence me to change or sway my vote, but it influenced me to do more research and education if it weren't for you and Deb and Scott Maxwell to discover things in the Orlando / where I live, Polk County area. I wouldn't know what I would be doing without you guys. So I want to thank you for looking under the rock and finding different things.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much.
That's where we found Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. All these smart people went out dumb host hunting, and there I was, right under the big sun.
Rock over
Exactly.
there.
Thanks for your call,
I think
buddy.
he's going to be under that one, Jack.
Oh,
We
very
appreciate
cool.
that. All right, 407-916-1041. I mean, you know what? Do you guys know people who are on the fence, voting-wise? Do you know people who
No.
haven't made a decision yet?
No, but I don't go out of my way to have these discussions with people.
There you go.
Well, I didn't know if it just came up in general conversation or if you've heard around as you listen to people talk about politics.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that? All right. 407-916-1041. Hey, Slugger, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jim. I used to listen to the last Jim Phillips before you came on the air, and he obviously had an opinion about politics, and I was a little skeptical about you, but you seem to be very open-minded and fair about it, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But I wouldn't say that celebrities could probably change a vote, but the celebrities on, let's say, the most watched television, which is Fox News, they're more celebrities than actual news people. They're not really news, their opinion, and those people can day after day after day sway people's opinions and how they vote, and they usually, from my opinion, they vote against their own self-interest. For instance, Republicans who vote against unions, Democrats who vote against people who are anti-union. The Republicans are pretty anti-union, but the Democrats, they still vote for them anyway. And also, I believe that, in general, it's confirmation bias. People listen to what they want to listen to, and they only take that side. So,
and that's why, real quick, that's why I would push back on the Fox News / CNN thing. Here's what I think. I think most people who are watching Fox News know exactly who they're going to vote for, and they're not looking for any of those personalities to change or whittle their opinion into shape. What I think they're looking for is to get their opinion verified.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And that's for CNN, MSNBC, Fox, however you want to do it, Newsmax, it doesn't matter. Those people are tuning in to have their beliefs solidified with the people they find parallel in their thought process.
Yeah, confirmation bias, Slugger said.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But over time, that becomes like pretty much all the AM radio stations are owned by one company, and they have a echo chamber and repeat the same things. And I hear things constantly from people. Like the one gentleman that said, people who hate Trump. I don't hate anybody, but I could give you at least 10 reasons why I personally despise him.
Right, yeah.
Because I've been married 38 years faithfully to my wife and grew up in a family where, being honest and faithful and, not changing your colors just for political reasons like he has over time.
Yeah.
But, I don't think he's honest. I don't think he has the leadership qualities. He's more of a little school boy, kind of like Richie Rich, the cartoon.
All right, buddy. We appreciate it. Thanks for your call, man. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Not a bashing program. We're just kind of talking about, if you can be influenced. I'm not looking to bash either one of these candidates. They are what they are. I mean, they are what they are. I mean, I made my opinion quite well. I'm a Republican, not a big fan of Donald Trump. Do not like what he's done to the Republican Party. I just don't like it. And again, I read a piece today about Ron DeSantis, who I do like, and it was talking about the if there would have been a DeSantis-Haley ticket, how it would look right now in the polls. It would not be good for Joe Biden, I believe, considering what Ron DeSantis has done for the state when it comes to education and economy. When you look at us, we are leaps ahead of other states in this nation because of that leadership. And I know he rubs a lot of people wrong with social issues, but when it comes to the state, the other states look at it like a bit of a leader. All right, 407-916-1041. Let's go to Dan. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey, Jim, love this show. Listen all the time. I like how you go through all different kind of subjects every different day.
Thank you, buddy.
You move on to something else, so it's great.
Thanks.
So what I did was I'm a 61-year-old person that used to think, like right before Trump came in the beginning, I voted for him because I didn't like the other people. I thought, like, all right, Schwarzenegger and stuff, not a politician, so maybe they'll do something better because they're not politicians. So I did vote for him the first time, and then after what I kind of saw what happened, I leaned towards Biden. And so now I'm like, I don't know exactly what to do, but I do know that he kind of is anti-women's rights, if you think about it.
Who, Joe Biden?
He doesn't like the military because the military is where, he kind of said all those things coming out of his own mouth, like
suckers and losers.
Yeah, I mean, he said that. It came out of his own mouth. And he's anti-black, too, in a way, because he is a white supremacist in a way, or at least those are all his buddies. I didn't want to bash him either.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Here's the came out of his mouth.
Here's the thing. Thanks for your call, buddy. Here's the problem I have with the he's not a politician argument, because we've seen this before in politics where they're not politicians and they come in, right? The problem is they're surrounded by politicians. And if you're an outlier and you come into a world that's run by politics, people who've been making deals for 30 years of their lives with people in different areas of politics, and you have a guy that comes in and he blows all that up, well, you can't get a lot done when you don't make a lot of friends, regardless of what party you're in. You have to learn how to play the game. So I've never bought into that. Well, he was a businessman. He's going to run the business better. It's not going to be like that, because he's never run a business like politics runs. Washington does not run like a business. It is a myriad, a complete cacophony and spiderweb of favors being done over decades from people in politics. And everybody owes everybody. How are you going to get anything done? I mean, stuff gets shut down by both politicians all the time. What do you get that wry smile for?
Nothing.
No, fire away. Let me hear it.
Nope.
No, you got to let me hear it. This is a talk show. This is what we do.
It is a talk show, but politics, we don't win.
Yeah, but there's no winning. I mean, we're talking about this right now. So this is how it is. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Hey, Cowboy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Jim?
Good, buddy.
Well, I'm an independent, and I just want you all to know that there's more independent voters than there are Republicans and Democrats put together.
Not true.
Yes, the independent. Well, I mean, if you research it, Jimmy, it is true. There's 53% of independent voters in the country.
Yeah.
I did vote for Trump. Now, who would sway my vote? I hate to say it, but I put Rocky Johnson in there.
Rocky Johnson? Who's Rocky Johnson? Is that The Rock?
The Rock's dad?
No.
That's Rocky by... Is it?
I would put The Rock in there.
Right on. Hey, dude, The Rock was going to run for president.
He was asked, but he said he's not interested in it.
He could get votes, though.
He
Trust
could.
me.
He
My man
could.
could get votes. Thanks for your call, Cowboy. I appreciate it.
He's got to show a lot more of what he believes, what his policies are. I mean, again, a good-looking celebrity who a lot of people seem to like is not going to be enough.
Yeah, because Schwarzenegger didn't get anything done in California. Matter of fact, he left it in worse shape than when he got it, which is impossible in California. I think Jesse Ventura did an okay job up there in Minnesota. Didn't he get reelected one time at least up there in Minnesota?
I want to say one time he did.
Yeah, and Al Franken made it into office, and of course, he Al Franken himself out of office.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it's not like people haven't done it. It's just that politics is a different machine. It is. It's a different machine. You can't go in as a business leader thinking as a CEO, you're going to walk into politics, you're going to walk into the White House, and all of a sudden, because you're the CEO, you're going to run everything. It doesn't work like that. There are checks and balances in government to make sure that people can't do that.
There's supposed to be.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. You're right. I mean, it's supposed to be so that no despots come in and start kind of doing stupid stuff so that you could shut that down. Of course, it's happened some, and it hasn't happened some. But those are the checks and balances that happen. They're supposed to. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon, and thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, I just want to say, as far as celebrities, especially musicians, as soon as they turn political and think they can influence my opinion, I don't ever spend another dime on them. So that's the only opinion they sway. And I think it's sad that there are groups of people that just blindly follow other people.
I would agree, buddy, and I appreciate you staying on topic. That's what we're talking about, is how somebody could sway your vote,
right.
not bashing politicians. It's like, could somebody come in and tell you, hey, look, this is the better person to vote for, and you think of that person so highly that you would change the way you feel about a political figure and vote elsewhere.
Which is crazy when you think about it, because if you wouldn't listen to a family member that you love and trust, why the hell would you trust someone who you have really no idea who they are as a person? You know the characters they've played.
Right.
You don't know the person behind them.
All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, man kicking it in Iowa.
In Iowa, yes.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't let anybody sway my vote, because I actually look at what it's actually good that he's already been in office, because you can compare the two. But if you can get by your prejudice and hatred for him, you can tell he did a lot better job for the economy than Biden or.
Again, buddy, listen, we're not debating whether or not Joe Biden or Donald Trump are good or not good for the country. That was not the idea of this topic. The idea would be, can somebody sway your vote?
If Tom Brady came out and said, this is my person for the White House, would you listen to Tom Brady?
Right. All right, 407-916.
No, because if you saw his roast, he doesn't have good decision-making skills.
Terrible decision-making skills. The worst ever.
Ask his kids.
God almighty. He's still crying about it today.
Is he really?
Oh, yeah. Still hollering about it today. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. It's going to take a little break. We have some tickets to give away. Sammy Hagar at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater coming up July 14th. That's what's on the line. We'll do trivia right after this.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
A Thursday night showdown against NFC South rival Atlanta is one of 4 primetime games on the Buccaneers' 2024 schedule. Over to baseball, where the Rays and the Red Sox will close their series tonight in Boston. Tampa will try to take 3 of 4. They'll have Zach Littell starting on the mound there. And a streaming sports service built by Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers will be known as Venue Sports when it launches this fall. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at the Filatowski Eye Institute. If you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they're going to tell you one thing. It's the best thing I ever did. The only problem they'll say is they should have done it way sooner. What are you waiting for? If you have eye issues, sight issues, it's hindering your lifestyle and not allowing you not to have any good times, get with the Filatowski Eye Institute. These guys are offering free LASIK consultations consultations. All you have to do is simply text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filutowski Eye Institute. These guys have performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art tech, and if finances is a concern, don't sweat there either. 24-month interest-free financing is available. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filutowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are predicting the unpredictable. Our experts are using a patient's own anatomy to create 3D printed, life-size organ models to map out challenges ahead of time, making complex surgeries more precise, efficient, and less invasive. We are making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Looking to save on your internet bill? Spectrum has designed affordable internet offers just for you.
You came to the right place. Spectrum has an affordable internet offer for eligible families, and you could save a ton with the Spectrum Internet 2-year price guarantee.
Switch to Spectrum Internet starting at $29.99 a month and a 2-year price guarantee with no contracts. And get a 1-year trial of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited risk-free. Call 1-833-563-2888.
Ready to switch? Sign us up.
Offer subject to change based on eligibility requirements. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at SafeLight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to SafeLight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Kick off your summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free all Memorial Day weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Fourth cup of coffee?
Still R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is why YouTube was created at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey guys, I think the voters that are swayed the most are spouses. I can just say that my mother has voted whatever my father says for the last 60 years. And that's it. You guys are great.
Thanks, man.
Jimmy, you know what being an independent truly is? It's a P way out. And the reason that I say that is the vast majority of people who identify as independents at day's end, if you give them 5 minutes to talk politics, will quickly be identified as leaning heavy one way or the other. And they use the label independent as a political safety blanket. So when S hits the fan for a D or an R, they can sit back and say, oh, that's not my party. They just don't want to be held accountable. And like I said, it's a P way out. Soup.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's an interesting take.
You've always said that.
Yeah.
That's what you told Ross.
I don't really believe that I think that's a P way out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no question. Here's the problem though, right? So here's the problem. So when you do vote independent, mostly what you're saying is this: I agree with some aspects of being a Democrat, and I agree with some aspects of being a Republican. That's what that basically says. But there's no party that really represents that because there's nobody that represents that to vote for.
Right.
You know, Jill Stein, she's a Green Party. I mean, there's no real independent out there that really does represent the best of both of those parties, whether it be the fiscal and military aspect of the Republican Party and immigration aspect of that, or the social aspect and cultural aspect of the Democrat Party. It's virtually impossible to get two people in the same on the same wave there.
An independent isn't even the same. What he's describing is myself. I am no party affiliation.
Right.
So thank you, sir. I appreciate your compliment.
And I think you've overlooked the candidate known as Robert Kennedy Jr.
Right. Yeah, who will not be at the debates, I think. All right, 407-916.
Neither will I.
Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb. And Jack has the Jackie sack. Let's get it.
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Two prizes. Count them. 1, 2. You get to choose. First, we told you earlier, it's Sammy Hagar coming to the Mid-Florida Amphitheater on July 14th. You can go see Sammy with guest Loverboy opening up. That's July 14th, as I mentioned. But also something a little more immediate available for you to select from the Jackie Sack. That's a pair of tickets to Beer America from City Beverages and Orlando Weekly. It's this Saturday, May 18th from 3 to 6. And guess what? This is a beer drinking event. More than beer, 150 beers, seltzers, cocktails, energy drinks, and more. Ticket includes all samples plus axe throwing, karaoke stage, boombox bounce house, live bands, 3 DJs, giant drinking games, and so much more.
Yeah.
Tickets available at beeramericaorlando.com, and that's put on by the Orlando Weekly.
Absolutely.
That could be yours if the price is right. The Jackie Sack brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Got a move coming up? Call them. They can handle it. Doesn't matter if it's local, long distance, residential, or commercial, but it will matter if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, because that's going to get you a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Clickety-clack, back to you.
Thanks, Deb. Appreciate that very much. Jack, who's first today, buddy?
That would be Michael K.
Michael K. right up top. Mike, how you doing?
Hey, good.
Would you like to play a little game with us, friend?
I would. I'd love to go to Sammy Hagar.
All right, let's do it then.
Want to play a game?
All right, Michael, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is untrue. It's a lie. I'm trying to fool you, but if you see through my lie and choose the right answer, I will send you to see Sammy Hagar coming up on July 14th over in Tampa at the amphitheater there. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. On this day in 1966, singer, songwriter, actress, member of one of America's most famous family of entertainers.
Janet Jackson.
She was Penny on Good Times. Good job. That's right. She is part of the Rhythm Nation.
Nice.
Janet Jackson was born on this day. Here are 3 fun.
Wait for the special ending.
Dad, you can't call for it all the time. You don't get sprinkles every time.
I always get sprinkles.
Here are 3 fun facts about Janet and 1 nasty lie.
Ooh.
Here we go, buddy. We're talking about Janet Jackson. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, her full name is Janet Demita Jo Jackson. Number 2, she's the only female singer in rock and roll history to have 5 back-to-back albums go number 1 on the Billboard Top 100. Number 3, her father, Joe Jackson, didn't allow her to call him Dad or Daddy. She was told to call him Joe. Or lastly, her first job was washing windshields at a car wash. Which one of those is untrue?
I'll go with 3.
No, that's true, dude.
You're kidding.
That's true. Joe Jackson had a defined separation from her, did not feel like she was even his kid, and at a very young age said, "You call me Joe." So from a child's age, Janet Jackson had to refer to her father as Joe.
What a horrible man.
Oh, he was a God almighty, buddy. If you want to get real angry, read the stories about what Joe Jackson did to that family and those boys.
My God.
And that whole crew. He was a tyrant, dude. A tyrant. Who's next, Jack?
That would be Christy.
Christy right there on line 2. Christy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. We're talking about Janet Jackson here. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, her full name is Janet Demita Jo Jackson. Number 2, she's the only female singer in rock and roll history to have 5 back-to-back number 1 albums on the Billboard Top 100. Or her first job was washing windshields at a car wash.
I'm going to go with the last one.
Yeah, that's the one you're going to, Sammy Hagar.
Oh my God.
Hey, just for some bonus points, and she did have a very common first job to be from such a famous family. What do you think her first job was, and how much do you think she made a week doing it?
The first thing that comes to my head is a waitress.
She was not a waitress. She delivered newspapers for $1 a week.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
$1 a week. Well, you're a winner, Christy.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna put you on hold there. Enjoy Sammy Hagar. He is a wonderful performer. You're going to love it. Plays a lot of the old Sammy stuff.
That's what I've heard.
Plays a lot of Van Halen stuff, which is awesome. It is true. Her full name is Janet Demita Jo Jackson.
What an egomaniacal jerk. Not only does he not allow his daughter to call her daddy, but he puts his name into her name.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's crazy. I mean, you should you read all the stuff that whole family went through. I mean, I'll tell you here in a second.
Okay.
She's the only female singer in rock and roll history to have 5 back-to-back number 1 albums on the Billboard Top 100, and her full name is Janet Demita Jo Jackson. Matter of fact, she has an album called Demita Jo.
I did not know that.
A couple other things you may not know about Janet before we get to the top of the hour, and I got a boomer of a topic for you in this next hour, right?
Yay.
She never thought she would follow her brother's footsteps. She actually wanted to be a business lawyer as a kid. That's right. Her first album was by Led Zeppelin.
No way.
Yeah, her first album was a Zeppelin record. She received $200 million in the divorce from her third husband, Qatari billionaire Wissam Almana.
Oh, I
didn't even know. She'd been married like 4 times. Nobody ever knew anything about it. Like not Jermaine Dupri. She dated him, but she was married to DeBarge. Remember El DeBarge?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
She was married to James DeBarge and like 2 other people, and then this dude.
I didn't know they got divorced.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her first job was delivering newspapers for $1 a week. And then lastly here, she had to do chores every day, right? Every single day she had to do chores.
Nothing wrong with that.
To remind her to do those chores, which were, I guess, quite lengthy, if you watch or look at her in any photographs, you will see at times that she's wearing hoop earrings. And on those hoop earrings, there is a key. That key was to the locker that kept the cleaning materials, I believe, that she used. And she kept that key because she couldn't lose it because her chores were so important and she didn't want to suffer the repercussions of her dad. So she kept that key near her. The way that she knew how to keep it on her at all times is she hung that key on a loop earring that she wore. And it became kind of a thing for her.
Jeez,
I would have gone with a necklace.
Yeah, she's a real life Cinderella.
Yeah, man. She's got a really interesting life. Super shy, very talented. That Rhythm Nation 1819 album and the Control album were you can't
monster.
You just can't. When you start reading the singles off those records, you're like, damn. It's one banger after the next. Of course, if you're in the 80s.
Right.
All right. 407-916-1041. I got an interesting question here.
All right.
I read a comment online the other day And it kind of threw me back to when my kids were younger and they would have friends come over. And I want to know if anybody had to deal with this. Did you have really good-looking parents? And I'll tell you why next.
I'll have a feeling.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Major delays continue on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, east and westbound through downtown Orlando and by the major attractions exits. You can expect slowdowns on the Greenway as well, east and westbound near the Turnpike exit. The Turnpike itself is backed up southbound just before the Greenway exit as well. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's new Cinnabon Pull-Apart. Wendy's new Cinnabon Pull-Apart is here to satisfy morning cravings with its warm, sweet cinnamon sugar rolled dough, ooey-gooey texture, and signature cream cheese frosting. Get the best part in every bite this morning with Wendy's new Cinnabon Pull-Apart. Only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Man, here in Central Florida, it's so important that your air conditioner works perfectly every single time. And that's one of the many reasons I suggest to call on my friends over at Mills Air. You know, I was talking to Leon the other day, and he said, even if you have an AC that's 8 to 10 years old, you may want to consider a swap out. And the reason why is that technology over the last decade has increased incredibly, and people are saving up to $75 a month just by doing a swap out. These guys have been doing it since 92. 30 plus years of experience. Make sure you use that in keeping your home nice and cool. Their techs know all the brands inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. They can repair it. And even better, if you do need that swap out, these guys are Carrier factory authorized dealers. That can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule that very important appointment. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
Okay. This contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkey, a baby shark, a curious owl, and more. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. Get tickets and more at osc.org.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-200-1966. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-200-1966. That's 800-200-1966 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-200-1966. 800-200-1966.
Memorial Day savings now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
For all your windows and doors, go to FASWD.com. That's FASWD.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I wouldn't change my vote because I found out a celebrity was voting a certain direction. However, I might consider looking at their point of view a little differently to see if I'm seeing things from a different angle. If I believed in that celebrity status and I liked him, like Keanu Reeves or Morgan Freeman or something.
I have a twist on your celebrity endorsement topic. Instead of swaying my vote or swinging a person's vote, which celebrity do you think could register more people to vote, bring new voters in as their fans, and then direct those voters to a candidate? Voters that don't already have a identity they're voting for, but could be manipulated by the celebrity.
I mean, I think Taylor Swift slides into there. I think Beyonce slides in there. I think maybe that's probably why they asked those people about those powerful women because they have, hundreds of millions of followers on social media, and they have, Kim Kardashian specifically has made a lot of money influencing people to go out and buy stuff.
Yeah,
that she endorses.
Outside of makeup, I don't think people are going to...
They said it right there in the poll. It means less than nothing if Kim Kardashian says anything about a candidate.
But also, if they're asking people who are registered to vote, those are people who are already part of the process.
Sure.
And on that talk back, it's a good point that if you're not involved in the process and that celebrity got you to register to vote, so now they have you becoming part of the process.
Yeah, you're in the game now.
What's the next step? Well, okay, I'm registered to vote. Who do I vote for? Well, I registered because of, let's fill in, Taylor Swift. What does Taylor think about who I should be voting for?
Right.
So I think that's why, and as Deb and I both pointed out earlier, I think younger people might be a little more swayed and a little more susceptible and impressionable when it comes to pushing them in a direction. Just like you might think with your own kids.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But my kids, again, my kids do not look at politics the way I look at it at all. Matter of fact, it's about half and half.
God.
It's about half and half. It's about half and half. But they wouldn't listen to me. I mean, they would form their own opinion. They're adults.
Well, now they are.
Yeah.
But there was a time where they were just getting registered, and they had to choose a party.
Right. And again, I think that it's how that party kind of talks about the things that are important to them. And that's why you see a lot of the big ticket issues come out, because those are the things that most people are paying attention to. That's why the economy is such a big deal, because people want more money in their pocket. And when inflation's almost 20%, which is it right now, like 19.4 or something, that people pay attention to that. Who was in office when my wallet was fatter?
Right.
It's that simple. I mean, you said it before 100 times. It's the economy, stupid.
And that was James Carville in the 90s.
Right, exactly. It's the economy, stupid. I mean, you simply have somebody in office, and they remember that person in office, and their wallet was fatter, and their debt was lower, and insurance rates were lower, and mortgages were lower. It's easy to look past that and go, okay, well, that guy was in office and that was happening. That person gets credit for it. I'm voting for that person.
Even though it wasn't their credit.
Right.
I mean, that goes from presidency to presidency.
Yeah.
That stuff bleeds over from administration to administration.
And conversely, you could say, okay, are you better, like Ronald Reagan asked, are you better off 4 years ago than or today than you are 4 years ago? I'll say, yeah, I remember 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little unfair, but I get you. I see what you're saying.
I mean, well,
no, the handling of it.
Yeah.
No,
I know what you're saying. Yes.
Again, as far as being unfair, because it's like whether you are responsible for the economy or certain aspects of the economy or not, because, Biden's also dealing with that worldwide recession, but it definitely affects our grocery prices.
Sure does.
And there's no denying that.
It sure does.
But also, you kind of get the good with the bad.
Yeah.
So same thing in 2020.
Yeah.
What was the situation? It's like, I'm much happier where we are now.
Right. All right,
I'll take this, Dow.
916-1041. Text us at 77031. Let me ask you something. Did you have a lot of friends over when you were a kid, Jack?
No.
You did not? You have a lot of people. You get a lot of kids come over and play at your house, or were you going over to somebody's house?
I think probably going over to my friend's house more, but occasionally my friends would be over.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Deb, did people come to your house to play? Did kids, girls?
No, I mean, it depends. My brother's friends came over a lot more.
Right.
What about you?
Well, I went to I had a little both. I would go over to friends' houses, and I would have friends come over. I don't ever remember any of my friends saying anything about my mom's looks.
Right.
Never, not one time. And my sister had friends come over, and I don't remember anything about my sister's friends saying anything about my stepdad's looks. My dad wasn't around when they were coming around because they were divorced when I was like 7. So it was only my stepdad. But the interesting thing is I saw this online, and it was this guy. It was on Reddit, and it was just one of these little forum things on Reddit. And it was talking about how this guy, would come over and play with his friend. He wanted to come over all the time because he was obsessed with the dude's mom. And he was like, 14, 15 years old. My sons had to deal with this because my wife's an attractive woman. And, when she was, when they were younger, 14, 15 years old, and kids would come over to hang out with my son, you'd hear it. And I started thinking, was I like that? And I was. I was. Let me tell you something, dude. And we've had people texting in already, and actually more girls have texted in, or ladies, I should say. More ladies have texted in saying that I'm certain that my friends only came over because my dad was good looking.
Right.
But I'm telling you straight up, I had a friend named Jimmy, and his mom was like a little Mary Tyler Moore looking young lady, or lady. And I remember she was probably in her mid-30s when I was 15 or 16 or whatever. And I was like, you're a bad girl, aren't you?
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, you're walking around here with your apron on, making everybody food, but I feel that you're a bad girl under there. She had that little bob haircut. She smiled a lot. Very cute. Very little makeup. I remember that very well. And then my other buddy, can't say his name, he's in the listening audience.
Oh, yeah, but he'll recognize himself.
And he's going to know it right now. Dude's mom looked like Wonder Woman. Straight up looked like Wonder Woman, and everybody like, hey, dude, is your mom coming to the game tonight? Hey, dude, is your mom coming to the game tonight? Did your friends ever did your brother's friends ever make a comment? Was your mom they never made anything? No comments about your mom?
No, because
your girlfriends make comments about your dad?
I don't remember.
How about
that.
your brother?
No.
How about your brother? None of them ever made any comments about your brother?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Did you ever find a friend's dad attractive?
Nope.
No, never did?
Nope.
Jack, did you ever do that? Did you ever
find a friend's dad attractive? Nope. Definitely not.
Did you ever go to a friend's house to play or hang out and find like the mom's like, yeah, mom's kind of hot.
Hot for teacher, Jack.
No, they all seem like moms.
Really? Not even one of them? Not one of them piqued your interest?
I don't think I had No.
Okay, what was the age then you remember kind of starting to pay attention to the form?
And that's another thing. It's like when I was going to other friends' house, I mean, we were kids. I don't remember. It wasn't like teenager stuff.
Jimmy
Oh,
remembers.
really? Oh, yeah. No. You didn't hang out with, like, when you were a teenager, you didn't hang out with friends?
Yeah, well,
I mean, did you have that buddy you rode around with all the time? But your mom was your mom a little bit older?
Yeah, my mom was 41 when she had me.
Oh,
and
yeah,
still
so-
had another younger. I have a younger sister
Yeah.
too.
So that means by the time you were in your teens, she would already been in her mid to late 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still kind of hot sometimes. Still kind of hot sometimes. Yeah. I don't think any of my daughters.
How did you handle that, hearing the boys make comments about your wife? Did you just subtly walk by the room and go,
it wasn't disrespectful, and here's the thing. My wife is an attractive lady, but it wasn't disrespectful. So I
Okay.
didn't really get on that, I would just you'd hear this comment. Like, this is what I'd hear all the time. Damn, Cole, your mom's hot. Damn, Cole. Dang, Cole, your mom's hot. They'd come out of the room playing video games, and we'd be in there hanging out and be like, damn, Cole, your mom's hot. What's going on here? And then I'd come walk out of the room and we're like, that's your dad?
not even.
That's your dad? What's your mom doing with that toad?
Wow, he must be rich.
Stop.
I don't believe it.
I don't think I had anybody like our next door neighbors. None of them. They never freaked out about it. They didn't say anything. There's only a couple of them I heard say it. I wonder who was more like. I bet you think more young ladies, like more teenage girls, would have been like turned on by a dad than more boys by a girl.
No.
You don't think so? No?
I don't know, though, because in this day and age, it's so completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it. When we were kids, I mean, someone in their 40s looked old.
Yeah, but you gotta
They
remember-
dressed old, acted old.
You are right. Okay. And my wife is younger than me, and she had her kids pretty young. A matter of fact, 18 and I think 20. She had two kids before she was 21, before she could have a drink. So that age is going to be a little closer. Right?
Yeah,
As they're
exactly.
15, she was only going to be in her mid 20s, late 20s, maybe even early 30s. So there's a little bit more of a contact there. Did you ever have a teacher like that? Have a teacher you think was hot?
Had a foreign exchange student I thought was.
Yeah. No teachers? You never thought a teacher was hot?
Jimmy,
God,
I
man.
went to an all-girl Catholic high school.
I know.
With an advanced biology teacher whose nose hairs were so long, they would whistle when he breathed, and that was only distracting enough from his stutter.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's not too good. Man, I had a number of teachers I thought were pretty cute.
Yeah, I had a cute high school teacher too. I guess I don't know. I don't remember much. about
and
high
they're always
school.
you know what
I don't.
you know what they all do,
Block
right?
it all out.
Every teacher, you know what every hot teacher teaches, right? Every single one of them. You know how every hot female teacher teaches this subject?
Science.
Nope. Well, it is
Biology?
It's
Health.
It's part of you're around it. You're missing one word. I'm telling you, it's the truth. We've talked about this before. And
Sex ed.
No. That's too obvious. Marine biology.
Marine biology. That's
Because
right.
it's
That's
these little,
right.
it's these little beach bunnies that, as a kid,
that's funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
beach bunnies that, as a kid, they're like, I'm gonna save the world. I'm gonna save all the dolphins. I'm gonna save the fishes. I'm gonna go to college and be a marine biologist. That way, I can wear my bathing suit all day and do my science stuff. It doesn't work out that way. Apparently, you wind up at Placa High School with a bunch of toads staring at you uncomfortably.
Horned up
Oh, yeah, I'm
teenage
17.
boys.
My teacher's 26. That's doable. In
Careful.
my world, that's doable. Not her world. In my world, that's doable. Like, that's not much of a stretch. 17 to 26. I'm like, out of school next year. I'll holler. Zero interest. Zero. And then we had a really good-looking dude who was a teacher in our school, and that guy had
was like catnip.
That guy had troubles. Like, I'm telling you, it was crazy. That cat would walk out, and he was smooth. Hair, sweet mustache, tan, skin-tight nylon pants. Showcasing, if you feel me. And he would roll down those hallways, and he was walking like he was walking out on stage.
I bet.
And dude was teaching, like, health. And he would walk out there. These girls would just part like the Red Sea, and they would just swoon at him walking by. They would sniff the air when he walked by.
Young girls can be quite feral.
Yeah, guys can't do that. Oh, man. You get put in a headlight by the principal immediately if you did that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Wow. My brother's mom was hot. My math teacher in middle school was OMG.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can I
man.
be punished, please?
Oh, yeah. Not one teacher, Jack, huh? Not even one?
The only teachers I can think of are from the Hot for Teacher video.
Okay, thanks, Jack.
Wow. Someone else said their high school algebra teacher was a Green Bay Packers cheerleader.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
No. Nope.
Did not have that?
Nope.
Or just hate the Packers that much?
I'm just going through the Rolodex. I do not.
Not even one, dude?
There was some that were okay.
Is it just the old thing that you...
I think so. They just seem so much older. Maybe they were so much older. I don't know, because like right now, if they were my age, like if my teachers back then, they had to be younger than I am right now. But man, they seem like so much older, like you.
Right? Way younger. Way younger than you are now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what's the youngest you can be and teach high school? Is it 24?
I think
it's got to be 24, right? 20. You get out of school at 21. Matter of fact, you could probably be teaching in high school at 21 or 22 years old.
I don't think I had one teacher under 40. Not one.
I won't.
I think most over 50.
Dude, that woman I was telling you guys that gave me a spanking when I was in West Street, I was only in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And I was up there and I was like...
you got Jack on the spanking.
Her name was Mrs. Keller, and I got to tell you, Miss Keller could get it. I was
you like that spanking, did you?
I was in 5th grade, and I understood. I was like, Miss Keller, she's like, Jimmy, come up here. I'm like, you bet. I knew it was coming. I'm like, you bet. I'll be right there, young lady. Fix my hair. Slide up. She like bend over, and I'm like, yeah. I sure will. Still hot for her. Like literally one tear running down. She just, one cheek of my ass just wore that thing out. Turned it into an apple in like 5 seconds. Made me even hotter for her. It's like, you are doing it, Miss Keller. Why don't you go make me a sandwich? Let's talk.
I'm just sad I don't think we even had marine biology.
What?
We didn't either.
Yeah.
You're on the shore.
No, I wasn't.
Your state's on the shore.
Parts of it.
Yeah, all right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Hang loose.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Heavy delays continue on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, east and westbound through downtown and by the major attractions exits. Heavy stop-and-go traffic reported southbound on the Turnpike, where axe activity is currently blocking the shoulder between Osceola Parkway and 192, causing heavy delays back from the Greenway exit. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Let me tell you something, man. If you're looking to get a new bathroom in your home, stop what you're doing. Do not call contractors quite yet. You know what? You got to make sure you're getting the best deal with the best products and the best install time. In my opinion, you can't beat my friends over at Rebath in Mid-Florida. These guys have all of those on lock. 4 to 6 days is the average time it takes to get your bathroom installed. That's right, days, not weeks or months. Days. They do it with their employees, no subcontractors. What does that mean? That means you're going to see the same team of people installing your bathroom until the day it's done. That's way different than contractors. It could be different teams every single day for weeks. You don't want that. And even better, a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install when they put it in. And these are gorgeous products. Man, beautiful stuff. You can actually see it online. Just go to rebathmidfla.com. Look at the before and afters. Look what they've done. Or you can actually just drop by the showroom. 436 up and Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. When you slide in, you're going to see some models set up. Those models just to show you what the products look like. Every bathroom from Rebath is a custom bathroom, and even better, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, they're going to give you $800 in upgrades, guys. $800. Use that how you will. Shower fixtures, fixtures in general, cabinetry, update your lighting, whatever you want to do, they've got you covered. It's Rebath in Mid-Florida. Online, make your appointment today at rebathmidfla.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at SafeLight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to SafeLight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
It's time for the Mount Dora Corn Festival, May 24th and 25th. Live music from Shelby Darrell, Mark Wills, 9 Days, and Will Jones. Fun for all with corn eating and cornhole contest, petting zoo, kids area, and fireworks. Free shuttle parking's available. For tickets and information, go to MountDoraCornFest.com. Sponsored by Med Spa Mount Dora, Visit Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Don't miss the Mount Dora Corn Festival, where corn is king and fun is mandatory.
Who's trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the law offices of Kaufman Lind? When I first graduated law school over 25 years ago, I had so many ideas of what practicing law would look like. Well, after 25 years, I learned the most important thing I can do is care. There are many nights that I spend thinking about what I can do, how I can make a case better, how I can protect my client. If that works for you and you are in an accident, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. Offices, Orlando.
Kick off your summer with iHeart 80s. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart 80s goes commercial free all Memorial Day weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. iHeart Radio. Free never sounded so good.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
A buddy of mine in his early 20s went on a blind date with this girl who still lived with her mom. When he went over to pick her up, he realized the mom was way hotter than the girl. Well, he took the girl on the date anyway, just to be polite, but when he took her home and dropped her off, he ended up really hitting it off with the mom and got involved in a full-blown relationship with the mom for several months. His name was Todd, and the reason they cut it off is because she started referring to him as her hot toddy, and we all made fun of him because that's like an old person thing.
For me, it was my sister, Clifford in West Palm. I gotta tell you, if I had a dime for everybody who tried to get me to hook them up with my sister, and I took it very offensive. You can't do that on your own, buddy.
That's right.
Then you got problems. I ain't gonna help you. You've already dropped 6 points in my book just by asking me the question.
Point system, I like it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
We have a big old festival coming up here in a couple weekends. Deborah, it's going to be right there in your backyard.
Next weekend, my friend.
A couple weekends, I said. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
That's
wow,
right.
It is the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Coming up on May 24th and 25th, downtown Mount Dora. It's the Mount Dora Corn Festival right there at Elizabeth Evans Park. There
I
is.
really like cone.
There really is going to be.
I thought, wait, was that my computer?
I really like cone.
There's going to be cornbread. Have you ever shucked corn?
Oh, my God almighty.
The blisters you get from shucking corn. Have you ever shucked corn, Jack?
What? Wait, just peeling the husk?
No, when the corn is dry and you're getting ready to help make it into feed or whatever, and you have to bring the
no, that seems
it
like
will
work.
cut your hands up.
$18 for adults, $9 for kids. Just with your entry, you get 2 ears of premium Zellwood sweet corn. By the way, it's interesting. People are like, well, why do they call it Zellwood sweet corn? It is only grown in Zellwood. Like, that corn is specific to that area of the world. That's true, by the way. It is a specific breed of corn that does have a little bit more sweetness to it than others. When you roast this stuff and then you mop butter on it and then put some flaky salt on it, hard to beat that. It's damn good.
Yeah, it is.
I really like cone.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. Cornbread shucking, cornbread shucking and cob eating contest, signature corn food vendors, kids area, crowning of the Corn King and Corn Queen.
There's even a throne, y'all.
There's even a throne. Concert performances by Shelby Darrell, Will Jones, 9 Days, and Mark Wills. They're all going to be out there. Get your tickets at MountDoraCornFest.com. It's all brought to you by a number of places: Med Spa, Yingling, Lake County, Hillcrest, Insurance, Great Scott, Adult Medicine, Real Radio 104.1, T-Mobile, all going to be out there. So that's like a good time.
It is a good time. And most importantly, if you've spent any time in Mount Dora, you know parking is a nightmare.
Yes.
So there's going to be free shuttle parking. There's going to be areas where you just park there. They're going to take you for a free shuttle, so you don't have to worry about looking for a spot downtown.
Very nice.
And also want to thank Med Spa for coming out today. Matt Cady and his team, as well as the city of Mount Dora, you know, that guy, Chris Carson, who came out and roasted corn.
Yeah, and thanks to Haley from Long and Scott Farms. But we had corn here today. They were roasting it out in the parking lot and all day, and I'm taking some home because it was damn good.
It is so good, buddy.
It is good.
This thing has been going on in some way, shape, or form for decades here in Central Florida. I remember when I would come down and visit my dad after my parents got divorced. This is back in the early 80s. I would come down and we would drive up 441 coming up from Palatka, and we would always do it on the weekend, the Corn Fest. We would stop in there, and I remember for like $6. This is, I mean, $6 back in the day, $6. You would get a slab of ham.
Oh,
I mean a slab of ham, an ear of corn, and mashed potatoes and gravy for like $6. And I'm telling you, it is. I can remember eating it like I did it yesterday.
It is like I can still smell the corn boiling in that butter water.
Oh yeah.
From the sweet,
Yeah, butter water is my favorite kind of water. By the way. Some people like
mine too.
Some people like Smart Water. Some people like Fiji. I'm a butter water guy.
Yep.
All right,
I
407.
really like cone.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate
Ever since I was told that cone was real, it tasted good. But when I tried it with butter, everything changed. I love cone. Cone.
Never mixed in an R once. I like cone.
Cone.
Who is that? Where is that from?
It's from a meme that was going around, but we were talking about corn, and my Alana texted me today. She's like, He's like, hey, if you talk about corn today, watch this.
So we do have another restaurant kind of, it's kind of weird how this thing worked out. If you guys remember downtown Orlando for many, many years, I don't know, how long were they in town, Jack? Ace Cafe, like 5, 6, 7 years?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, at least.
Right, so they were in downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
In this big, gigantic facility. This thing was massive, and it became very popular very fast. Now, I believe this is a franchise out of London, I believe, or out of England. Yeah, it is. It was on Laurel Avenue, just near, not Laurel Avenue. That's where it's going.
Right.
It was in downtown Orlando, right near I-4.
Yep.
And it became a really big kind of biker stop there for a while.
Car shows.
Right there in Garland.
Yeah, car shows and concerts. I saw Loverboy there.
Oh, wow.
From the 80s. They had a concert there. They would do all kinds of cool stuff. A really cool space.
Mm-hmm.
Then out of nowhere, about, a year and a half ago, Ace Cafe closed. Everybody's like, what the hell is going on? That place is packed every day. There's no way that they're out of business. It was stacked. Turns out the land was sold to a developer to build what I think is going to wind up being a tower there of some sort, residential. And apparently they paid him quite well for the property and for the franchise. But it looks like Ace Cafe is coming back to Orlando.
Ooh.
And I'm interested with your opinion here, okay? If you ran a city like Sanford or maybe Oviedo or one of these cities that has Mount Dora maybe, would you want an Ace Cafe downtown in that city?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I ask is this, and when I saw this story this morning, and look, I want these guys to open. I think any business opening, especially in a town like Sanford, anytime you can bring a big brand in like that, it's good for the city. They're going to be right there downtown, right on First Street. It's going to be pretty darn awesome. They're going to have plenty of space. We already kind of know where it is. But my thing was, when I first saw this, I'm like, oh man, they're going to turn Sanford into a biker town like Leesburg. Like that happened to Leesburg.
Yeah.
Leesburg's now like a biker town. Now they're only in town, like really heavy, like twice a year. But that's on the map for bikers, and they go up there. Now, I know there are a lot of bikers that come through Mount Dora as well.
They just come through,
but
though.
They
There's
just drive through.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody stops. There's no like pub or biker bar there where they can kind of set up shop. There really isn't space for that in Mount Dora.
No.
I'm interested to see how this is going to work in Sanford. I told my wife, I was like, man, do you think Sanford, because Sanford's kind of a hipster kind of little town, and it shuts down at like 8:30. I'm telling you, you could roll through there 8:30 at night, and almost every restaurant's closed.
Really?
I know it because we did it last night. We did find somebody open. We had to go to Henry's Depot for a pizza place, and even half those people were closed. They just shut down early out there. It's a Thursday night or a Wednesday night.
Right.
So nobody's really open. The bars are open, but to get food, it's virtually impossible. Well, Ace Cafe's coming down there, and I just kind of wonder, obviously the city had to approve it,
I thought the same thing when I read the story. I thought, that's going to be interesting. Now, I get the point. The developer says, listen, it's a perfect fit. We're halfway from Daytona. We're halfway from DeLand.
Right.
Both motorcycle.
And now with the 46 extension, even people who are over in that Lake County area who want to come over, they can hang out.
Leesburg bikers can then head now to Sanford. So I see where the location can work. And when they had their motorcycle gatherings in downtown Orlando, you never heard of any issues.
No, I don't think there are going to be issues. I really don't believe that because I don't. But there is going to be some parking stuff. And during the really busy times, like you said, during Bike Week and during Bike Fest and during Biketoberfest, it's going to become a stop. Ace Hardware is kind of known to that biker crowd. What were you going to say, Jack?
No, Ace Cafe.
Yeah.
You said Ace Hardware.
Oh,
that threw me for a loop. I'm like, wait
a minute.
Are the bikers hanging out at Ace Hardware?
It's a really cool spot, man. You can't get past that first couple of displays without buying everything.
Yeah,
but
right.
It'll be a destination spot. Car clubs. They used to have car shows as well as the bike thing and had that rock and roll theme. Did they say where? Because parking's always the issue, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be right downtown, Laurel and First. So First Street is the drag. That's downtown. When you're on First Street in Sanford, and all the first 4 roads are named after trees: Myrtle, Laurel, Oak, Elm. So it's one of those first 4 blocks. So it's gonna be like right there at the beginning of the busiest part of downtown. And it's gonna be smaller than the one that was in Orlando. So there's going to have event space with a stage, bar, kitchen, multi-purpose area, workroom, and retail space.
The one they had downtown was more like 30,000 square feet. They're saying this one is like 12,000 with a half an acre.
Exactly right. And interestingly, there is a place kind of similar to this down there already called Tuffy's. Tuffy's doesn't have a restaurant per se. They bring out food trucks, but they do have a performance area. They do specialize in beers and drinks. They have a courtyard area. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to get affected as well. I don't believe they really court bikers by any means.
Right.
Ace Cafe doesn't really have to. They're kind of built for that already. And that crowd will be down there.
Yeah, they will.
And I'm sure the business owners are cool with it because more, bikers spend
More
money.
people.
Yeah, and bikers spend
More
money.
people.
Yeah, I was very interested to see that. But yeah, they're going to demo this building and then put up a new one, and off they go.
It's good to hear they're back, though.
Yeah, I agree with that because I think it's a good business. We used to work with them when they first opened, and it was actually really. And we had a couple of our company meetings down there.
Yeah, we
and
did.
Company parties down there.
Yeah.
The food was good, dude.
It was very good.
Dude, their wings were great. God, I just remembered that. How good their wings and their sliders. They had these little burger sliders. They were damn good as well.
Yeah, it's a much smaller piece of property right by Henry's. Before you get to Henry's Depot down there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's where I was last night, Henry's Depot. And that part of Sanford isn't really part of the downtown. You got to go a couple more blocks before you start hitting the stores near Hollowbox, Willow
Yes.
Tree.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a couple blocks from that, walking distance easily.
Oh, it's a great walking city.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. What are you guys doing this weekend, by the way? Are you going to Fringe this weekend, Jack?
Fringe, also helping my daughter move from one apartment to another, like right down the hall. But
are you doing that to stop from helping me move?
Yeah, that's.
Is that what it is?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We got our house today, by the way.
You did?
Yeah, we got our
Hey,
house today.
congratulations.
Yay.
He's out. Can't say anything quite yet. I got it. Really, to be honest with you, I have to figure out how I'm going to package this story up.
Right.
I'm going to be dead honest. I got to figure out how to package the story up so I can tell it and tell what happened over the last 2 weeks over there at the house, and the stuff we've been dealing with over the last couple of weeks has been very interesting.
It's like a mini series.
It is like a little mini series.
But tonight is a celebratory night. It's his last night in the tissue box.
It is the last night. The last time I'll sleep in that place. I'm going out to the house tonight.
Are you really?
When I get done.
And
in-laws are there. Wife is there.
And the tissue box is, you refer to a lovely Airbnb in Sanford that you rented thinking it was a four-bedroom house. And as you arrive, after you rented this, realize it's half of a four-bedroom house. Now, was that something that you missed in the description? Or did you miss it in the description?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I think happened. Here's what I think happened.
Yeah?
I think my wife booked it and then let me deal with it. I think my wife booked it and said, well, he's probably not going to be able to figure it out. This is a duplex. Let's show him where it is. And she's right. Did not figure it out. It clearly says Unit A, Unit B. I was like, that's a clever way to name a place. And then I walked in that place, and when I walked in, I turned around to close the door, and I broke the back door with my ass. Oh, wow.
I love the part where he says he has to go outside just to change his mind.
Like there's three of you, two dogs, and almost a third dog.
I kid you not. We ordered a Roomba. We've never had a Roomba, right? So there's a deal on Roomba. So my wife bought a Roomba for our new place, right? And when she bought the Roomba, the Roomba was delivered. And the Roomba actually comes in a relatively big box. And I'm assuming most of that is styrofoam to protect the electronics of the Roomba.
Oh, boy, you better hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
But the box is relatively big.
Sure.
It's probably 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, 2 feet square across, right? Pretty big box. When I brought it in the house, when I brought it in this place, I sat it on the bar, and it took up the bar. The one box took up both places to sit and eat. And the weird thing was there was no place to put it where it would be out of the way. That's true. A 2x2 box, I could not put it anywhere right now. I wouldn't have to kick it out of the way to get to where I was going.
Lucky you.
God almighty. We've been living out of a suitcase, or the clothes that we've had are just thrown over chairs. No reason to hang them up.
Right.
No, because there's no reason, really. So they just stuff everywhere.
Oh.
Yesterday, my wife, she broke yesterday.
Did she?
Yeah, she's like, I'm done.
I'm done with this.
And then she cursed a bunch.
You guys are made for each other.
Oh, yeah, she cursed a bunch.
But did she smoke a cigarette?
She did not smoke a cigarette.
That is a victory.
That's right. That is a victory.
I'll smoke it for her.
I met somebody in
What'd she chase it with wine? What'd she do? How'd she drive those troubles away?
Well, the floor is white, like white porcelain tile, because, when you have an Airbnb, you don't, of course, you don't do any carpet. That's dumb.
Right.
But around it is there's soil, because where it is, the tree overhang doesn't allow grass to grow. So whenever it gets damp outside, you walk outside and you walk in.
Oh, no.
And you're like, oh my God, I just walked through a puddle of oil before I came in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
All right, 407-916-1041. Take a little break. Come back here in a second. Get the hell out of here on a Thursday. Let's do that now.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
What's up, Central Florida? I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergman here. A blend of clouds and some sunshine over the next few days. We'll be in the mid-90s Friday and Saturday. Friday, we'll watch out for a midday passing thunder shower, the leftover remnants of some storms up along the I-10 corridor. Then going into Saturday and Sunday, just afternoon, heat of the day, pop-up showers and thunder. Not a big deal. Temperatures heading into next week will come down a bit. Highs just in the low 90s for most of next week.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
It's only the middle of May, and we're already talking about highs in the mid to upper 90s. Unbelievable. But, you can keep the AC in and the heat out with new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. That's because Renewal by Andersen specializes in energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors using their exclusive Fibrix material, which is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. They offer a seamless experience from design to installation, providing durable windows and doors in Florida that can stand up to Florida's weather. And now through the end of May, buy 2 windows and or patio doors and get the third 60% off, plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 1 year. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Plus, they're hiring experienced window and door installers. Just go to rbafla.com for complete details. Again, that's rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
I did my ancestry DNA test.
Felipe Esparza, live.
Big mistake, man.
At My Leisure Tour.
They opened up another child support case on me.
Friday, October 25th, Hard Rock Live Orlando. Felipe Esparza.
I thought I was done not knowing my kids.
Tickets on sale Friday, May 17th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster. For more, visit Felipe'sWorld.com. Don't miss Felipe Esparza.
You do everything you can for your family. A nice home, good food, family fun, and the right medical care. You plan ahead for your kids' future and their education. That's all great, unless something unexpected happens to you. If you were to die, who would pay the mortgage and all the other bills? Would your family have to sell their home just to survive? That's why you need to call Term Provider for the lowest rates available on quality term life policies, period. Rates for term life are at all-time lows, and Term Provider could save you 50, 60, even 70%. Already have coverage? Call and see if you're paying too much. Term Provider could save you thousands. And if your health isn't perfect, even more reason to call. We'll match you with the right policy even if you have weight issues like diabetes or high blood pressure. Right now, your family's protected. Make sure that protection continues if something unexpected happens to you. Call for a free quote and see if you can save up to 70%. Call 800-200-1966 now. That's 800-200-1966. 800-200-1966.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
These days, the cost of fixing or replacing things in your home is going through the roof with no end in sight. Air conditioning replacement, $6,000. New refrigerator, $1,500. Flat screen TV, $1,200. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. For as little as $1 a day, Everything Breaks can cover it all. Appliances, plumbing, air conditioning, home electronics, including cell phones and more. Everything Breaks covers repairs your insurance doesn't, saving you hundreds, even thousands on unexpected repair bills. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. Call for your free quote. Call 855-865-SAVE. That's 855-865-SAVE.
Get it all covered your way, 'cause everything breaks.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan terms and conditions for details. Coverage not available in all states. Actual savings may vary based on the coverage plan and repairs needed. Call 855-865-SAVE. Online at goeverythingbreaks.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Ace Hardware. You know, in Mount Dora, Ace Hardware used to be where that pet food place is that we ate the biscuits from.
Piglet's Pantry.
No, Ace Cafe is what, yeah, so forth and so on.
Ooh,
I'm more confused now
than ever before.
I like when we learn something. I'm gonna go home and I'm like, what was that?
Exactly.
I just want to thank God he's got a phone. That's not just take a few minutes and thank God he's got a phone. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here as well.
I am.
Fringe Festival is in full bore as we speak. Ross's show hits the stage tonight.
It's happening right now.
Absolutely happening right now. So you go check them out. If you want to miss, or if you want to check any of those shows out, just go to orlandofringe.org. All of the schedules are there. Descriptions of the show, where they come from, what they're about, content, in case you're worried about getting a little too saucy.
Yeah, absolutely. And information on how to fringe. If you've never done it before, you get a fringe button. And then with that button, you are then eligible to buy tickets to any of the shows. And most of them are at the main campus at Lock Haven Park. But there are several satellite locations, as you might have heard by some of our talkbacks over the past week. I think the Stardust downtown, the Fringe space on Church Street, the Renaissance Theater, also known as the Ren. So all that information is on the website, orlandofringe.org.
That's right. And check it out. We'll be going to see Ross next week.
Yeah. What's really cool
Or I
about
will.
the satellite locations, they offer free shuttle service between that and the main campus. So if you were parked at Lock Haven Park, you could even take the shuttle to some of the other locations.
Yeah, and people have asked as well, can you drink at the shows? And the answer is yes. Well, a lot of the show, what?
You can definitely drink. They have a beer garden. They have a bar in and it's really a great space. The green space there at Lock Haven Park. There's an outdoor stage with free entertainment, but they have food trucks. They have a bar, and they have a beer as well. Inside the shows, you cannot take your drinks in the theater.
so just real quick, the reason I say that is when Ross used to do the thing that tonight after night or whatever it was.
Tonight at midnight. Yeah,
Right.
That was the only one where I think you could actually drink inside.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was put on by the Fringe, and that was their show. And basically, it was a lot for performers. But I don't think you can.
That's wild. I thought you could because I remember for some reason I remember drinking having drinks inside one of those shows. I would get it. I got it and took it in. And actually, that one show that Ross did, they were selling it in the show. But you could be right there. It could be just because of the way they handled that particular show.
Yeah, I really don't think they have drinks in the other ones.
But you can't go an hour without a drink?
I got to tell you,
Jesus,
buddy,
Jimmy.
I don't know if that's right either because I'm telling you, I went to that space last year at Church Street for that dancing thing I told you about, and they were serving drinks and they had a bar outside.
Okay, so when you go off campus to the bring your own fringe, they call it BYOF, bring your own fringe. If you have a space like Corsets and Cuties is doing it at the Dust, I think it's Stardust. It's downtown Orlando, but that is an establishment that's meant for that with a liquor license, and so they do that there.
Oh, because they have that there. I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Go to the website, investigate, ask somebody. Go there. Happy Fringe.
Yeah.
You've got, it'll be gone before you know it. The last day is Memorial Day. So if you've ever been thinking about it, go see some shows. You're supporting local artists. You'll see some really cool stuff. You'll see some really weird stuff.
Some straight up weird stuff. The nude dude got me. I got to tell you, that year that was tough.
That'll happen.
That was tough. I was told to be prepared accordingly for this particular show that Ross was part of. This guy comes out in a suit. And the next thing you know, he did not have on a suit.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Well, he did have on a suit. It was just the one he got at his birthday.
Okay, so the Dust is the place formerly known as Stardust. I guess that was illegal. Because that used to be a Vegas place. So I guess they weren't allowed to do that anymore.
I thought the Stardust also was in Vegas, was it not?
No, well, that's why the local one had to change their name to the Dust. That's a cool venue, though.
Yeah.
Downtown, yeah.
Also, the Ren's pretty cool as well. We have a connection to that, do we not?
We do, yeah. The Ren is great. And what's great about the Ren, which is on Orange and Princeton at the corner there, right by the Ronald McDonald House, is there is a parking garage right next to it that they don't charge you for.
Really?
Excellent.
Yeah.
And it's a parking garage, but it's free.
Yeah, and our former PD, his son, had a lot to do with the renovation of the Ren, oddly enough.
Yeah.
And bringing it back to its glory and hosting shows there and staging theater shows there as well.
And they've put on some great performances. Had one that went up to New York as well, but they are a Fringe location as well.
Second biggest one in the world, by the way, the Orlando Fringe, is it not? Because the one in Scotland's the big one, the OG, and then this one, I believe, has the second biggest footprint the rest of the planet.
Yeah, and the biggest one in the States.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, you're right. The the Dust is no longer Stardust. We got a cease and desist.
Yep. And the Ren has a full bar as well. So some of the satellite locations.
Very
I
nice.
think that's the thing.
Very nice. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Deb?
Yeah.
Let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Well, new evidence has been released in the murder of 13-year-old Madeline Soto in Osceola County earlier this year, and we're hearing the voice of her alleged killer, Stephen Stearns, for the first time. That's the girl's mother's boyfriend. The three shared an apartment in Kissimmee. Detectives have released audio of interviews with Stearns before he was charged with murdering the child. Her body was discovered March 1st after she had been missing for about a week.
She brings a lot of joy. She's a very good girl. It definitely doesn't feel the same around here if she's not here.
Investigators now believe Stearns began molesting Maddie when she was only 8 years old. Stearns is now facing first-degree murder charges.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how it felt for those detectives to hear him talk about how it doesn't feel right when she's not here.
And if I have to go the rest of my life never hearing that voice again, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Put him in a pit.
Put him in a pit.
Just put him in a pit. Just cover him up.
Well, another story that we had covered before is a teenager will remain behind bars in connection to a deadly Miami-Dade County crash last month. Attorneys for Maycall Santisteban wow, entered a not guilty plea on the 15-year-old's behalf at a hearing earlier today. You remember police say he took his parents' car on a joyride, just saw the car keys laying there and just thought, I'm going to take them. Joyride with a bunch of friends, unfortunately hit and killed 2 women who were inside an SUV in Hialeah. Police say the boy was driving 50 miles over the speed limit at the time of the crash, so he appeared in court on adult charges of vehicular homicide yesterday, where he was ordered to be held without bond.
Yikes.
15, one bad choice.
You're donezo, buddy.
All right, and then finally, Grand Theft Auto 6 is setting a fall 2025 release date.
I'm so excited.
GTA 6.
This is the Florida one.
This is the worst video game of all time, by the way.
It's the best video game of all time.
It is the most violent, twisted hunk of S that ever was, this game.
It's great to know normal people can still play it and enjoy it. When I find one, I'll let you know.
The game's trailer was released in December, crushing viewership records and suggesting a high demand for the game. Also caused the tattoo guy, that's that Florida man story kind of thing, to threaten to sue.
Yeah.
It had been more than a decade since GTA 5, Rockstar Games' parent company, Take-Two Interactive, revealed it took nearly $3 billion loss in its first quarter of 2024.
Damn. Nothing better than a video game where you can beat a hooker to death with the leg of a cop that you just cut off.
Wait, you got to get that from bonus material on the internet. You got to get a special code to get to that stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, right.
I play
sure you
just every other 13-year-old does.
The only laws I break in that game, I speed a little. I sometimes steal a car or two.
You're even sensible in your video games?
I have been known to rob a bank.
You're like Kodak White.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm Kodak White.
Yeah, Kodak. Maybe you'll get a
show
pardon.
title, late time show title.
Get a pardon from Biden, maybe. When you get all crazy and stay up past 9. Look at that guy. Shoplifted a small Snickers. You can't stop this crime spree.
Was that all the news?
That's all the news.
I'm sorry, and you've heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Cool.
All right, well, who do you have to thank, Dave? Other than the creators of GTA 6.
We want to
thank you,
for
Rockstar.
ruining our culture.
Danny Meyering with Orlando Date Night Guide. Don't forget you can get all of her suggestions for weekend fun at JimColbertLive.com. Also want to thank Fayez Kara, the restaurant critic for the Orlando Weekly. You can also get his reviews at JimColbertLive.com. Speaking of food, Haley with Great Scott Farms for their generosity and donation of today's Zellwood sweet corn. Thank you all so much. See you next week at the Corn Festival in Mount Dora. And last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We appreciate that as we do always. Jack, question of the day.
Can a celebrity cause you to rethink your vote?
That's a great way to put it.
Kind of brought it, but where do you think it comes in?
It's really low, dude. 4%.
7%.
Yeah. And even then, I would be interested to hear who that is. All right, let's see. We got to get out of here right now. Coming up tomorrow is more of a beautiful Jim Colbert show.
Oh, you will hear about more fringe shows, fringe shows tomorrow. And in case you miss it, there's going to be some great stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Big old Thursday. Thanks, guys. Big Friday coming up. Everybody have a great weekend for sure.
Be safe.
On behalf of Deb and Jack, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Thursday evening.
Bye.
Yep, you got it, Toyota.
I really like cone. Ever since I was told that cone was real, it tasted good. But when I tried it with butter, everything changed. I love cone. Cone.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heavy traffic continues on I-4 east and westbound this evening in the Orlando area as you travel by the major attractions exits. Heavy delays continue for those traveling between the Greenway exit in Seminole County and the St. Johns River Bridge. Still seeing